Hey, good afternoon, Manchester, New Hampshire, and all the surrounding areas. We had two lovely readers back again and to double the trouble, or it could be triple the trouble. No,
I don't know, those two, I don't
you
know.
know, we got triple the trouble here and there. I'm the only insane person. I mean, sane.
Yeah, you got that right. You're the only insane one here.
And, but they're here. They're also going to be at the event we're going to be having on October 22nd for the Manchester Animal Shelter.
Yes.
And with folks, we got all the readers we need. But now, if you're interested in coming, you can, as a vendor, you can Facebook me, email me, or Lori, and if you anybody that would like to come, just let us know. We'll be happy.
I'm already thinking.
Yeah, and also just to let you know, folks, Lori and I don't make any money out of this. Okay.
No, it's for the animals.
And all it's for the animals, and that's the fun part. And we got just about a lot of the ones that we had from before are coming back again. So then we got a few more people coming in, you know.
It's going to be a huge event this
It's
time.
a great fair, though, and I love the Harry Potter room.
Right? That's what I said.
That's what I'm like.
That's
like,
what you
that's
two-
our room.
We've
that's
got all
the-
these people. I'm like, no,
So
I just
you
want
two-
Harry Potter room.
So you two are going to be in the
They
same
would.
room that you were in before. They've already claimed their rooms, folks.
I gotta have the Harry Potter there. It's the coolest
I never
room,
liked
isn't
a
it?
Harry Potter book.
You never read a Harry Potter?
I
book?
have, and I
Oh.
didn't like it.
Really?
Oh.
Not
I am
everybody does, but
ask-
I'm a Harry Potter head.
Yeah, I am probably.
that what they
Well,
call it.
one lady told me that you don't know a good story or whatever, and I said, you know what? It'd be
Not
a
every
real.
story appeals to every
No.
person.
That's right.
Wouldn't it be boring?
Yeah.
Yes.
Now I'm going to have
Yes.
you two lovely ladies introduce yourselves and tell what your background is, what you do, and all that. We'll start with whomever wants to start. I love the way she pushes it up on her first. See that, folks?
That's her teacher right there. You go.
That's right, the teacher and the student there.
Okay, I am Cindy Stewart. I am a psychic medium. I am a Reiki master. I read tarot cards, things like that.
Do you have a website?
I do. CindySpiritualHealing.com.
I like that part, things like that. I don't think I've ever heard it quite free. All right, we're going to have a fun show.
Yeah.
Okay? You know, and folks, if you do have a question for her or,
Genevieve.
okay,
Do you want me to keep going?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. My name's Genevieve Hackett. I'm also a psychic medium. I offer spiritual guidance for people. I offer a safe place for people to express themselves, to be who they are, without judgment, without fear. I too read tarot and do different forms of divination, and I teach as well. So, thank you.
And Cindy was one of your students?
She was, yes.
Genevieve
Cindy
is
and
my
I,
mentor.
we actually go way back. When I was growing up, Cindy was best friends with my next door neighbor, and so I idolized her and the next door neighbor. It was like, because I'm the oldest of 5 kids, so who do you look up to? You know what I mean?
Right.
And then we lost touch because life happens and whatever. And then she saw that I was doing a gallery and came to the gallery, and that's how. Ooh, that was loud. Sorry.
That's all right.
That's
Like
how we
it is
like
phone.
reconnected.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Do you like
That
doing
story.
galleries?
I don't.
You don't? Oh,
I don't.
do.
No. You know why I don't like it? Because I don't feel my sole purpose for doing this is for healing, and this is for helping other people heal, and this is just my personal belief. And so I feel like doing a gallery doesn't always offer that for people. It's more greetings than readings. Do you know what I mean?
When I do,
Yeah.
So what I do after the show is over, I always tell everybody I'm going to set 10, or I'll start before, and then I'll do it after the show's over. I always take a person over after the show because I want to make sure everybody, because everybody's here for a
Right.
message. And I want to make sure that they all get read.
Yeah.
You know, and a lot of them just pop in and they pop out. And they, you know, no, that's not fair to the people that are coming there. You know, and I know one person I went to. They put the names in the hat of a person. They draw it. That's not right. That's not cool. So I
Yeah.
always try to make sure everybody gets read because that's what they're here for. That's
Yeah.
that's our purpose of this tent. Okay, Lori, what have you listened back on you?
Background on me.
Yeah.
Well, I am also a Reiki master teacher. I am a psychic. I do some mediumship, but it is not my preferred genre. I am a life coach. I do have a PhD in metaphysical theology, so I'm also a reverend. And let's see, what else do I do? I teach a lot of classes, and I do this. What else do I do?
It's hard to say. It's hard to put everything that
Everything
you
you
do
really
into.
yeah. I just
Yeah.
I teach what the Spirit wants me to teach.
Right.
Right.
Okay. I
Right.
have no formal training.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I do readings, like I do the playing cards, you know, but
I would love to learn that. I think that's so cool.
it's more when you're ready. Let me know.
Okay.
We'll swap services.
Okay.
how's that?
All right.
But I always use the card because people need to see. A lot of times, like the Ace of Diamonds is always good. Boy, I see a big Ace of Diamonds around you, if you don't mind.
Oh, of course
Okay, I
not.
forgot to ask you. The Ace of Diamonds always represents changes, good changes in life. So be prepared for that.
Good.
Okay, and it's coming very shortly.
Okay.
I love your diamond, honey. You're getting another one. Lucky you.
Oh.
You know, if you don't get the diamond, make sure he sleeps on the couch until you get one.
Ah.
Okay.
But I love doing it. Everybody automatically think when they see the Ace of Hearts that it means death. No, it doesn't. Can
Ace
it
of
mean
Hearts?
death to a
Ace of
person?
Hearts, really? I
No,
wouldn't think that.
Ace of Spades. I'm sorry.
Spades, yeah.
Okay.
Ace of Hearts is always love card.
right.
That's
We're
what
not
I
saying
thought,
Ace of
yeah.
Love.
You said Ace of
Oh,
Hearts.
I'm sorry. I
And I'm
apologize,
like,
folks.
that, what?
No. Ace of Hearts means the love card. Seven of Hearts, for me, means the spirituality. So that means it's growing. So
Okay.
next time we know you're coming out, I know, at the studio I'll give you a reading. How's that?
Okay. Yay.
But one of the things that I will tell you, and like the Seven of Diamonds always represents either money or prosperity. Good. But if you get the Seven of Spades, that means you're going backwards and it can change it. But it all is changing. When the Ace of Spades, it represents, you know, the old way of living is changing. Like you decided you want to become more, a lot of big changes coming into your life. It all falls on how the cards are going to be laid. And before I do anything, I always ask my spirits to help me, guide me through.
I do too.
Yeah, I think we all do that.
Yeah.
If you don't, then you know what, you're wrong.
Yeah, you should always do that, and you should always make sure you're protected before you start doing
Guidance.
it.
I have I had a very dear personal friend of mine, and his name was Leonard Virgin back in Lakeport. He's the one that showed me how to do the cards, right? And he says, someday you're going to be doing these. And me being the drunk that I was, you know, going, yeah, right, you know, being all this stuff. I already did all the dark side of energy work, you know, and I go, yeah, right, okay. But you know what? He was so right, you know? And sometimes it's hard to believe, you know. Do you ever think about where you've been to where you are today?
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
I think that helps me to help other people.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You know, because I don't think you can know other people till you know yourself.
Right.
You can't know yourself unless you're honest with your journey and where you've been and that sort of thing. That's how I approach it.
Absolutely.
And so, in the same with the cards, when I give card readings, I always say to the person who's receiving the reading, don't forget that you have free will. So you can decide that that's not how you want it
Exactly.
to go, and this is your opportunity, one of your opportunities to make that decision.
Well, we're going to
know?
give you a quick class on the readings that we do or how we do it.
Well, I think a lot of people wonder that.
Yeah.
So I think
Is
it's
that all right
great,
with you guys?
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
I think
Perfectly.
that's the one thing that why a lot of people are afraid to go see a psychic is
Right.
because they think that whatever we tell them is
Set in
cast in
stone.
stone, and
Set in
it's
stone.
not.
It's not.
You always retain free will. You always retain control. This is just like a warning.
I think I use the cards as guidance, and I
Right.
tell people this is for guidance. This isn't meant to tell you yes or no. And you
Because
have those
people-
people that will come to you. Norm, I'm sure all of you have had it where the person is like, I need you to tell me what my boyfriend is thinking, and I need to know yes or no, and I want the date and time.
Well, I tell the first
Oh,
And
I
it's like
laugh.
it's not how
Yeah.
that's not how it works.
First of all, we don't have the boyfriend's permission, so no,
That's
we
right.
can't read his energy.
That's
we
right.
can only read your energy and what directly relates to you.
Yeah.
Right.
And I compare it, that same thing, I compare it to HIPAA. I'm like, it's an ethical
Right,
thing.
that's what I'm
If you
saying.
wouldn't want someone else to read your information, right,
Right.
to anybody else. So that's not how I read.
Exactly.
That's not how it works. But you always get,
Before we go too far here,
You
I want
know.
to take a moment. This is going to be a serious moment now. I want to take a moment. Would you like to offer an energy prayer to the people in Florida when there was a lady that was shot, right? You said
A young singer.
a
Yeah.
young singer in a
Kimmy
massacre.
or something?
Yeah.
Would you
Jimmy was
like
the
to say a
last
word
name.
of sobriety, to the people?
Yeah,
Moment of silence.
absolutely.
We'll start with you.
Okay. I just asked that there be healing for these people, for all of us, all across the world that are dealing with this situation and other situations, and that we can learn to focus on the grace that comes out of these knowing that the people who are now no longer with us incarnate are still with us in spirit and will be watching over us and guiding us, and hope that peace comes and love comes from this more so than any other feeling or emotion. And that is my prayer. I offer healing, light, and love to the entire world.
Well, I also would like to offer healing, light, and love, and remind those that are hurting to think about the good times and focus on the help and the love that is out there. And nothing will ever bring your loved ones back, but they will never truly be far from you. And again, light and love, and seek out those who can help.
In times like this, I like to remember Mr. Rogers when he said, in times of tragedy, he was taught to look for not the bad things that happened or the bad people, but the heroes after. And I think we all need to recognize and be grateful for the heroes, but not to forget them a week later when the next thing happens. And we can all, people are always like, what can I do? What can I do? And I just want to tell you that we can all just amplify the love.
Yeah.
Send the love out to everybody, and that's what I do. I send the love to everybody involved in all these tragedies, but all around the world. There's suffering everywhere, and I send everybody my heartfelt love, and just ask that we love each other.
My message is for everybody to look around. Look around at each other. It could be one of us today or tomorrow. Be grateful that for what we had today. May this tragedy wake up the people in this country and around the world, and knowing that what is happening to us, we can change it. We can't change what happened yesterday, but we can change it for tomorrow or for today. And our heart goes out to the people that were killed and shot, and for the families, especially for the families. We seem to forget the families whenever we're in mourning or state. And I ask that the Spirit be with all of the people there, and that all the love and peace be there. Even for the young boy who was misguided and killed all those people, I ask for peace and forgiveness for the father and the family members as well, because it is not their responsibility for what happened with that man did, but we do need to forgive him as well. And we ask this in all the name of love through the Spirit of the Universal. Amen.
And please love your loved ones. Love your family, your friends, your neighbors. It's just a sad thing when you turn your back on love.
I have two other more things I want to mention. My friend Gloria Arel, her daughter passed away this morning from cancer. So we asked that her, and I believe that her spirit truly went up to the heaven. She was a good person to be with her father. Her father was Gloria was actually on my show. He was a drum maker. So that was cool. And then for a little child that's 7 months old or 7 years old, she has brain cancer. So we're asking for divine healing, that she will have no pain. Her name is Ava. And we ask for everybody out there. The list goes on and on and on. And we ask for all the healings and blessings for all the people who have lost or who are sick, and for miracles, for like what we see with Alice and Dave. We ask for blessings for them, for everybody. Mary, who has had a lot of diabetes. I don't have the list. I haven't been about that long, but we ask for everybody to understand for this show. No, we're not religious, but we are spiritual, and we do believe that the divine spirit of angels can intercede and heal for us. Do you have anybody in particular that you would like to give a blessing for?
My father.
Your father. Yes. Okay. Has he passed? Or
No, he is here, but he's been having some health issues lately.
Okay.
So he could use some help.
Okay.
I have a huge list of people, but
That's okay.
a lot of them are family and friends and that sort of thing. People that are going through different things in their lives, and just a blanket prayer for those people, if you'd be so kind.
Yeah. It doesn't have to be sickness. It could be, maybe relationships, maybe whatever. Finding themselves.
Right.
How was was it your brother-in-law?
Yeah. He's doing okay. Not well, but he's on the road to recovery.
Okay.
He can't even think of working or anything until at least August, so Yeah, it's a scary thing, but he's going to recover, and I'd like to put my stepfather out there. He has kidney stones, and you know, they're bad news no matter what your age. But he's in his late 70s, so let's
How's your mother doing?
My mom is doing great. So.
It was the most, forgive me for putting it this way, but she was like in her 70s, right?
No, she's 80.
80, okay. Why would I want to come on your show? You know, and nope, she's going to sit over there. Now, she just why not? She trucks over here, and she sits there. And we had, I have to say this, please, people don't be offended. Please don't be offended. But we had one of the best shows that we've ever had.
That's fun.
She was really, you know, we didn't even have a guest coming on, did we?
Well, our guest got sick.
Yeah, that's
right before, right before the show got sick. So.
And she came on, and I never saw a lady so comfortable and so relaxed.
Norm just sat there and had a good old conversation.
Oh yeah, I didn't have to. And I hope she comes back up so we can have her on again. I would love to have her on again. She was just so incredibly awesome, and I saw the most beautiful violets and purple, violet and orange and red aura around her whole body, which was really intriguing. A lot of people see auras on the inside. I see the auras on the outside. Okay, and I get it. And like a lot of times when I see a person that crosses over, maybe you can help me with this. Okay, I will see like they have a shroud that they wrap people up when they take them out. But I see like a shroud of many different colors. I see a spirit like there was a lot of them. I've seen one man with he had a beautiful blue and yellow and red aura, a shroud going up. So I always believe that they're going higher and higher than what they expect of people. Does that make sense to you? Either one of you or you? Okay. I don't like it when I see like a dark color.
Yeah.
I don't, and I've seen that before, and I try to back away from it. And the spirit said, "No, you're going to see it."
Yeah.
Because you have to learn. People think that, this is our journey as medium or as readers, as spiritual readers or whatever. If you think that our journey is easy, forget it.
Especially energy shifts, right?
Yeah.
Forget about it.
You're sleeping.
Energy
and all
shift
of a sudden
sounds
everything
like
goes,
it sounds like such a like a
Glamorous.
ethereal thing when really you're like getting sick in the toilet or you're like
Right?
you're sniffly or whatever's going on because your energy change is coming out through your body, so it's not fun.
No.
Yep.
It's not at all.
I forgot to ground myself one time, and this lady had throat cancer.
Oh no.
And I was drawing it out. Well, the spirit was drawing it out, and I drew it into me without realizing it. And I had to go to the bathroom and vomit up green vial. Ever since then, I said, you know what? I'm going to ground myself.
Yeah, gotta make sure.
Oh, yeah.
Every day.
And folks, no, we're not faith healers. No, I can't lay my hands on you and say you're going to be healed unless you're cute, but that's okay.
He'll lay his hands on you, but you might not get healed.
There you go. Might feel that. But, I love it when people, like we had this one lady, and she had told me she could do readings on the phone and stuff like this, so she and I really put her on the spot. We had a phone call come in, and she said, I didn't bring my prayer book. I go, oh. I said, but you said, how long was she was doing it for a long period of time.
For like 20 years.
Yeah, 20 years. I said, so you don't know the prayer before you start doing a reading?
Really?
So
she said she was told not to memorize it.
Yeah.
But after 23 years...
How do you not memorize it just from repetition?
Right?
But then on the same, that's her journey.
Thing.
That's her
right,
thing.
Right,
that's her
thing.
I don't always. I've been giving readings for a long time, but I don't always get to give a reading. It's sometimes, and I will say, and this gets me in trouble with a lot of other people in our field, if you will. Maybe I'm not the medium for the connection. I don't always get the connection or the reading.
No.
Right, and that's what I'm saying.
If I don't feel comfortable reading somebody,
yeah,
okay, I might send them to you, or
right,
okay.
Right.
If I'm not comfortable doing spiritual counseling with someone, I will send them to somebody else because at one time, believe me, my ego. I have an ego. We all have to have egos in order to do what we do. But my ego was all blown out of proportion. I'm the star. When I first started my TV show and all that other stuff. But then I had to come to realize every one of us as mediums, readers, teachers, we're students and teachers. Every one of us, there's a reason why we're all here.
Right.
And if
agree.
if I can't read you, I'm not going to make it up. And I'm trying to send that to somebody who can't do it. One lady got all upset because Catherine Samuelson told her that she couldn't read her. And she was honest about it.
Right.
Okay. And Catherine and I talked about
You have to
it.
respect that when people
Yeah.
are
Right.
honest about.
You know.
Yeah,
I really do
I
because
do too.
I can't. Nothing's worse to me than someone saying, "Well," and then, like he said, just kind of like ad-libbing.
Yep.
You know, no,
Yeah,
if you,
because you're faking it.
right.
And
If you
people-
can't read somebody, tell them and let them get their money back. Go see somebody else, and be honest because it really, in this business, honesty is the most important thing.
And credibility
agree.
is a
I
you know.
agree.
I always think I always look at it like with a lawyer or a doctor, that readers have to advertise in a newspaper or on TV or whatever. Are we really that good?
The thing is, I mean, you can advertise all over the planet, but it's word of mouth.
It's the
That's
best
the
business.
strongest.
It can make you,
You know, it can make or break you, right,
And
right.
I'm not going to tell you I'm 100% accurate. I will never tell anybody.
I don't think anybody is.
Nobody is.
No.
But once they see my beauty, then they become intrigued.
Well, of course, of course.
I
People-
often get compared to you, Norm. They're like, you're not as good looking as Norm. But I'm
Oh,
like, well, I'm trying.
Well, I say, yeah. I say makeup does 1%.
But Cindy will tell you one of the things I teach is especially in not especially, but in mediumship. If I'm sitting across from you and I'm reading your mom and I start to just ad lib or make up, people know their loved ones. They know the second
absolutely.
you're starting to BS them, you know, so you're better off just saying, okay, you know what, I lost the connection if you lost it, or I'm unable to connect, or whatever the situation is, because that's when that credibility and honesty, it goes hand in hand. That's when
Right.
you lose it, and that's when you really have to wonder, am I doing this for the right reasons?
Right. And
You know?
you guys probably get this. A lot of people come way too soon after that someone dies. I'm sorry. You got to give them time.
Yeah.
You can't come the day after the funeral and expect
Right.
them to be ready to be chatty
Right.
Cathy.
Well, the other side of that too, Lori, I agree with you, is that I believe they often don't come through that fast because you have to have time to grieve.
Right.
You have to have time to mourn, and that keeps them alive. You're
It's-
not going through that.
Both ends
Yeah.
aren't ready.
Well,
Right.
So give it
I
time.
kind of disagree with
Most
that.
of the
Because
time.
I have had people that have on their way over to the other side.
Right, but he
and
was in
talked.
the process of
Yeah,
crossing, and that's
but I've also
different.
had people like when I did a memorial service,
Mm-hmm.
like John Edwards says, sometimes they'll come to you in a half hour.
Sometimes.
Sometimes.
I'm not saying all of them. No,
Right,
no, no.
no.
I will never say. But then there are some that never want to be talked to. They don't want to come through.
Boy, is that true.
you know,
Right?
and people
Have you
get
ever had someone
upset.
say to you, I don't believe in what you do, but they're on the other side and they're still talking to you? That's happened
I've
to
had
me.
that.
I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, that's okay. You don't have to. But they keep talking, so
Right.
that's fine.
Yeah.
You know?
I had this one lady. I had done one of my very first psychic events that I had ever sponsored, and she come in, this tough lady, you know, and all that. Okay, what did my father have to say? You know, he doesn't want to talk to you. Well, why not? I said, that's between him and you. Okay. Finally, I think he'd had enough. He says, where did you do with the effing $250,000 that you stole from me? I never saw a lady go out the door so fast in my life
I
as she
bet.
did.
I bet.
If you want, one thing about that I truly believe in, if they really want to talk with us, through you or I, because we're only the tools.
That's
Yes.
right.
Right.
Spiritual
Okay.
instruments.
We're
That's what
only
I
the
say.
tool. I always ask a person, now, did this person did he drink his beer, or did he wear a hat? Did he wear this? You know, because I want to make sure that I'm not getting somebody that's false. Because a lot of times the negative energy will try to falsify what what you're getting for an image, you know. And so I feel that it's important that you double check to make sure that you're getting the right energy.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And there are just some, like I said, there are some people that, you know, just don't want to come through. And I've had people get really upset with me. You know, I said, I'm sorry, but for maybe some other time. Well, I'm going to go to this one, and she's going to tell me what it is. I said,
Yeah.
okay,
Right.
fine.
You know,
That's great. I've had that too.
I've heard that story. That hasn't happened to me personally. I've heard it.
Yeah.
But you know, you'll finally find a medium that will tell you something. But is it real?
That's just what I was going
Or
to
is
say.
it just what you want to hear?
Right. It's
Right.
it's what you want to hear, because you go in, you say, I've been to 20 psychics and none of them could bring a message in from my.
I won't read people like
You
that.
know, and it's like, so this person's going
Yeah.
to tell you what, and they're
You
going to
wanna
take your
hear.
money,
Yeah.
and then they're going to say, come back in 2 weeks and I'll take your money again.
Oh my God, you know what happened? So, you know, I'm from Massachusetts.
Yeah.
There's a person in the geography, I'll say, where I am, that does that, takes people's money. And I end up getting her. And one of the things I won't read is what I call the prove it to me's, or the people that are skeptics. I'm not
Right.
interested in defending or debating what I do.
No.
I just do it. You take it or not. But this woman told this poor girl, because she was a girl, she's about 19, 20, somewhere around there. She said to her, you are cursed. Your unborn baby is cursed, and your fiance is cursed. For $300, it gets worse. For $300 for you, for $300 for your unborn baby, and for $300 for your fiance, I will remove the curse. So this poor girl paid it, scared to death. Then she said to her, now you have residual darkness in your aura around you, around, same story, la, la, la. So her friend said, stop. Don't give this woman another dime. Let's find somebody else. I know a few people. And so she came to see me. She went to see a couple other people too, because she was scared.
Right.
And I said, don't give her any more of your money. You are not cursed. You never were cursed.
Right.
A curse is only a power if you give them power.
Right.
And I said, one of these days you're going to find this lady who told you all this is going to be on 60 Minutes because she's going to be in under investigation or whatever. And
Right.
she's the one that gives the rest of us bad
There's
names.
people in Manchester
and there's people that
do
that.
exact same thing.
I don't
I'm
live too
sorry.
far from
Yeah.
it.
It's hard for the rest of us to, because when someone has a good experience, they tell 5 people.
Right.
When they have a bad experience, they tell 20.
Right.
Yeah.
It's just the way we are.
A
as
friend of
people.
mine went through that, though. I wish she had asked me before she'd given up all this money.
Yeah.
And it breaks my heart that people are that
Yeah.
cold and callous
Me
that they
too.
will destroy young people's lives. Usually it's either
Or
young
old
people or
people.
elderly people.
Yeah.
Especially the
They
elderly
take advantage
widows.
of them.
Oh, it makes me want
Yeah.
to, I'm not a violent person, but it makes me just want to punch them in the face.
I had
Really.
3
I
people
understand
come up.
that.
Yeah, I had 3 people come in, and they wanted me to file an agreement with a Better Business Bureau. I said, that's not up to me. I haven't been there. I don't know.
Right.
Right.
You have
You
to
know.
do that.
Right.
And you have to do it, okay? And because there's one person, she told that, well, if you asphalt my driveway, I can remove the curse from you. Another one, I did a DVD recording play when it first came out, and another one, you got to buy for $300 you have to buy 9 candles.
Well, then.
That's new.
It wasn't yours for a change. That's right.
And,
Cindy's goes off like
Yeah,
that.
see, that's good. And she will. Then he did that. He had to spend another. By the time he got done with candles,
Yeah.
he spent over $1,000.
Oh my gosh.
So then he comes to me and he says, "I want you to file a Better Business Bureau report." I go, "No. First of all, you were that gullible. You deserve what you got."
Well, see,
Some
I
people
don't, think
don't
they
deserve it,
what they
though.
get.
No, but I mean, I'm just saying.
They
you know,
need
Yeah.
they need to call the police and file
Yeah,
a fraud
yeah.
report. They need to
Right.
file the complaint with the Better Business Bureau.
And then he came to me and he says, "But I don't have any money to pay you." And I looked at him and I said, "So you expect me to put a Band-Aid on your problem, and that's okay?" Because he came from Mr. Maidens, who was sent up to me.
Yeah.
So I called Mr. Maidens and I said to him, I'm sending a person down. Will you give them some free merchandise? They didn't like that.
I bet.
I'm not out to make a lot of money, and I know if people forget, and I think you'll agree with me, if people think that we're out for the money, then you know what, you're in the wrong field.
I think, there are ways that, because if you're truly in this for the right reasons, then you live, or you try to live, I believe, every day in gratitude and grace.
Right.
And I think that that's the secret. I really do believe that's the secret of life. So when someone comes to you and they say, because you're not in it to make $1 million, but you do have to make a living.
Oh,
Right.
absolutely.
So when someone comes to you and they say, I can't afford your fee, then you say, okay, I say, what can you afford? I have a sliding scale that I work on just for that reason. And then you find other ways to give back. Like you do the animal fundraisers
yeah.
and stuff. And I do a lot of fundraisers for the Relay for Life, because Gardner is the 3rd top Relay for Life in the world. And so there's a lot of fundraisers that go on there. So I will do galleries, which we already talked about how I feel about those, but I will still do them, but I don't make any money off of them.
Well,
it's
it's
completely for
That's
charity.
nice, yeah.
Right, but it's a way of giving back.
Right,
it's a
right.
way of showing, okay, so I'm so grateful that I want to help. It has to come from the heart.
Right.
It has to be real. So when these charlatans come along, you kind of have to
weigh it up.
But it's
Right.
like Norm was saying, but when other people say, oh, well, go to this person because they'll do it for free. And it's like, but
and they expect it.
you won't do it for free, so why should I?
Yep.
Right.
Or like, I had this one lady, and she says to me, "You've been given a gift. What do you charge for it?" I said, "You're a nurse, right?" She goes, "Yeah." I said, "What do you charge for caring and helping of other people?"
Why do we pay Red Sox players millions
Right,
of dollars? I mean, really?
Or any professional
Right?
athlete.
Cindy's a
But
nurse. You can attest to that. You should be
Nobody
paid way more.
complains about that.
No.
I'm sorry. Nobody complains about professional athletes being paid obscene money, but they'll complain because or a nurse, needs a 5-minute break.
Or EMTs or firefighters or the people that are on the
Or the
front
born again
line.
People that
Christian ministers.
should be paid
Yeah.
more money.
I mean, even, you know what? Even they have their following, they have their beliefs. I mean, everybody deserves to be compensated for their time, regardless of what your gift is.
Right.
It's an
Do
energy exchange.
But these and I'm not knocking it. More power to it. People are that gullible, so to speak. And like Joe and see, all these big TV ministries, they buy $1 million homes because of the gifts that were given to them by donations and stuff like that. And people want to give it to them. That's their choice. That's what's great about America. We don't have to give or whatever. Like I do a lot of spiritual counseling. Okay.
I do too.
I don't charge for it. I get whatever they can afford. Oh my God! One week I had 4 apple pies. Oh my God! And the last one, bless her heart, I hope she's not watching, but that's okay. I don't know what she did to it. I had to pretend I enjoyed it. It had walnuts in it, some other stuff, and
Walnuts in an apple pie. I've never heard of that.
yeah. It was
A lot
walnut.
of people do.
Really?
And cinnamon. I don't know what it
I'm
was.
not living
but
under an apple pie
I had to
rock.
pretend to eat it, when I'm saying. So, but it was good,
I
I'm so
barter a lot,
grateful.
too,
Yeah.
with people.
Oh yeah, I am so grateful that I am able to, or be used as a tool.
Right.
I am so when people take us for granted, or I take it for granted. Believe me, I get a lot of lessons.
My favorite story like that, I did this gallery. It was this beautiful evening of connections and la la la. And I was floating and I was, like the great and powerful Oz, right? And I get home and my dogs had, I don't know what they got into, but they went to the bathroom all over the house. And so I'm the only one home. So I'm like, talk about being grounded really quick, right? And being put in your place really quick. So I'm on the floor going, oh yeah, look at me now, right? Cleaning this all up. It's like, okay. So they have a way of letting you know real quick when your head's getting too big or whatever,
I was supposed to do a show at a hotel up in the State Bridge. It was kind of bad weather and all that. And we got there. We didn't know that the hotel had closed down. They never, and I had to figure out how to give all these people back their money.
Even though he didn't get his money back.
No, I didn't
We
get
have
my
a call.
money back for the hotel.
Oh, we forgot.
Welcome to Norman Friends. You're on the air.
Hi, everybody.
Hey.
How you doing?
Good.
How are
Mary,
you,
how
Mary?
are you?
Not too bad. Not too bad.
So, how are you feeling today?
Yeah, not too bad. I got the window open and everything. Get some fresh air,
Oh yeah,
And, yeah.
this is the lady that made the beans.
It's
made what?
aggravating
The
it, but I
beans?
don't care.
The
I gotta have
Yeah,
fresh
the homemade beans at your bed. Yeah,
Okay.
Okay.
and
They sell out, like,
Mary,
They
we're
were,
gonna
I was
and you're
remembering
going to a
that.
graduation reception, right? Saturday.
Yes, this Saturday on my niece.
Yeah, and what a beautiful family, Mary. Mary and I could go way, way back. She was my bodyguard. I'd get into
Really?
trouble if she beat him up for me.
Mind me not to mess with you, Mary, then.
Yeah. Maybe, yeah.
I don't want to get beat up.
Actually, I think you probably had met Mary at the event we had.
I probably
I
did.
think we
Lori
did,
Schultz,
yeah.
She's the one who made those awesome beans.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, a little short, white-headed lady that will poke you in the eye if you don't behave,
Yes.
and like
That's
that.
right.
That's
Yep,
right.
I'd had.
And, Mary, do you have any questions for these two ladies?
Huh?
Do you have any questions for one of these two ladies here?
Let's see. Oh, how is my cat? That's a good one.
Okay. Which you wanna? All right, both of you. We'll start with
My
you.
cat.
Well, are you looking for specific information?
Yeah, I just want to make sure my
In
cats
general.
are okay, especially one
Okay.
on Ladenia.
Okay.
'Cause
So,
she's been pretty sick these last 2 years and everything.
She's old?
No, she's 8 years old. She just turned 8.
it's like middle-aged for a cat. right?
Yeah, it's like middle age.
Does she? You know what? I feel like. Does she shake? Do you know? 'Cause I feel really shaky when I'm trying to connect with her energy, and I'm not amazing at reading animals
Yeah.
by any means, but I do feel like
No,
really
she
shaky.
doesn't shake.
But
She's just in the last 2 years she's been so sick.
There's something with
I
her
mean,
blood.
she is like glue with me right now. You know, I can't go anywhere without her.
There's something that's going on with her blood. I feel like, Mary. Okay, I don't know. I have no idea what that could mean because I don't know medical stuff. But I will tell you that she feels like being with you is her happy place. I mean, not all cats are like that. I have two, and they
wish I could
think
take
I work
a
for them.
picture. She sleeps like a little baby. She sleeps right in my arms.
Oh,
You
that's
know,
where
and
she feels
looks
safe.
up at me like saying, "Okay, say goodnight and I love you." You know, and I'll give her a kiss and I'll say goodnight, go to sleep now, and wrap my arms around her little belly, and she's there all night long in my arms like a baby.
Aw, that's precious.
And I think if you continue to do that, know that she will be the happiest cat on earth because that really is her safe, happy
I can't
place.
move. I mean, if I'm
Do you
cooking,
agree?
she calls me Meh.
Ma.
She'll holler out, Meh, Meh.
Isn't that adorable?
And I'll say, I'm right
That's so
here,
cool.
you know. And if I come in the front room and she's sleeping in my bedroom, she sleeps on my side when I'm not there. And she cries like a baby when she wakes up because she doesn't see me. She's like a little baby crying.
Yeah, I feel like, does she have stomach issues?
She did for a while. I had to change over to Fancy Feast only right now.
Okay.
And I have dry food that's what it's got vitamins and vegetables and for their stomach. Yeah.
Okay. Because I feel like there's something with the stomach and it makes her feel lousy. But Genevieve is absolutely right. You are, the sun rises and sets on you, and you are her comfort and you are her love. So, definitely.
Yeah, my baby.
Mary, I'm getting a message to put a little bit of fish oil in her food.
Fish oil? Yeah, I can get some of that for her.
What do you think? What do you feel that something about fish oil will help her maybe clear out her system or whatever?
It might. I'm not knowledgeable on cat issues.
Okay. How do you feel about fish oil?
Well, I mean, I like I said, I'm not good with animals, but I mean, when you say fish and cat, you put them together, it kind of makes sense to me.
I would say,
so
actually,
I don't know.
When I actually say like a teaspoon, mix it. Actually, every one of your cats, I would tell you to put it in. See, one of the things I'm looking at with Ladenia too, and I've been to her house. She got some beautiful cats. Yeah. She's a little bit jealous of the other cats.
I was just going to say that there's some jealousy
she's very
going
jealous.
on. Yeah.
And the one that has crossed over
I can't
loves.
touch the cats without her being right there.
Yeah, and the one that crossed over loves getting her going.
I feel.
Okay, yeah. But Addie told me to tell you that she's very happy at the care you're giving to it, that kitty.
Yeah. Like earlier you were saying prayers, and I want to say, I don't know if you heard about it about 4 hours ago. It happened again in Orlando, Disney World, that a little boy was somewhere in the grounds with the parents playing with his like a lagoon, I guess they have there when the people are out from Colorado, and an alligator grabbed the little boy by the foot, and the father's grabbing his little boy. I guess he couldn't hang on. Now it's in recovery now for that little boy. So bless those parents for that little.
The little boy survived?
No, well, they haven't found him yet.
No,
They haven't
the
found him
alligator's
yet.
got that little boy. And that little boy, I think the way they talk, he's maybe about 3, maybe 4
He's
years
2.
old.
Heart
He was,
breaks.
I guess, the way they talk.
God bless that
Well,
family.
we'll ask for the
God
special
bless.
prayers for that one
Yeah.
too.
It sounds like Orlando just needs so much light
Orlando's
and
going
love
down.
right now.
Right.
No,
You
So-
last
know,
week,
I mean,
everything's happening, in this
bing,
past
bang,
week in
boom.
Orlando.
Right. So we
Bless that
really
part
need
of
to
the
focus
country.
some love on there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy.
They really do
Yeah.
need it out there.
Yeah. You know,
Goodness.
absolutely, it's so sad. You know,
Yeah,
wake
it
up,
is.
America. Wake up, the universe. You know,
Yeah.
stop this. I blame people because of like the alligators, what's happened to pollution of the water, when are they going to go? The bears that are coming in to the city now and all this. Because, there you go, we talked about greed. This is the big part of it, greed. And what are they going to do? Like that gorilla they had to kill in Cincinnati
yeah.
why did they have to catch it? Why do we have to put them on show and tell?
Well,
You
the
know?
ones that are injured or incapable of
Yeah.
living in the wild, I'm in gratitude for people that can give them a safe home.
Yeah.
But the ones that we just go and steal out of the wild for no good reason, see, I caught myself.
That was good.
That is wrong, and we should not. We should never do that.
A lot of what we do
I agree.
in regards to animals is disgusting behavior and also wonderful behavior at the same time. There's a video on YouTube right now that's viral that is 30-something dolphins that beached themselves, and you see all the people coming together to put them back in the
yeah.
water. Did you see that?
Yeah,
Like
that's
that
it,
kind of
too.
stuff is
That's
amazing
true.
and beautiful,
God
and
bless
it
those
gives
people
you
who
hope.
Right.
What,
You
Mary?
know?
So,
Yeah.
I said, God bless everybody who can help animals out.
Yes.
Absolutely.
You know,
Yes.
And Mary's going to be there with her baked beans in October, right, Mary?
Yes, I will.
Yay.
Okay.
Yes,
Well,
I will.
okay. Well, thank you, Mary. And by the way, tell your family members that we all send our blessing to them.
Yes.
Yes.
I will. And see you guys later.
Yeah.
All right,
Bye-bye now.
Mary.
Thank
Bye,
you.
Mary.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye now. She's a sweetheart.
She's adorable.
Yeah, but like you were saying, like whoever the person was that threw those kittens out the car window.
Oh God.
Oh?
Yeah, here
Yeah.
in Manchester.
Oh, I think I read something about
Yeah, I mean, one of them is survived and will be up for adoption, I think. But
Folks, if you don't want your...
so, hey, you gotta stop yourself, right? You get a little passionate. especially-
You don't like animals, you don't want them, don't take them.
That's right.
And and if you have a cat or dog and you don't want to deal with puppies or kittens, get them neutered. There are low cost, there are free options, there are ways to get it done.
And, this is why people... And, like, when the pit bulls are not at that, if people say they
Oh, pit bulls are wonderful. They're
It's
gentle.
people that are
awesome.
bad.
It's
Yeah.
how they're raised
It's
and
how
what they're
you raise
taught.
them, right.
Absolutely.
I say this many, many times, and I know you'll agree with me on this. The animals aren't wild. They know they may live in the wilderness, but you know what? They don't bother anybody unless you go near their babies or territorial.
Unless you
or
give them
if they
reason
want
to.
something to
Right,
eat.
unless you-
You know, they don't just kill for the hell of it.
That's right.
Where people will take a gun, like over at 7-Eleven, they had a stabbing going on last weekend. A month before that, somebody got shot. Over here, the police are getting killed here, And down over in the inner city, a lady got shot, All this violence, and what are you accomplishing?
Right, you're not accomplishing anything.
And what does it all come down to?
Lack of love.
They don't even know.
Lack of love, greed,
Yeah.
the want of power, all of the things that, there's more than enough in this world to go around. There's more than
Right.
enough. There's no reason
For everybody.
for any person, any child, any person to suffer without food or without the basic needs that are a human right to have. But because people become greedy, they just don't want other people to have it because they want it all for
Well, like
themselves.
Nestle Corporation.
Yeah.
out of
Yeah, they're
California.
going to Mexico now, right?
Well, because they were in California.
Yeah.
California's been in a drought how many years now? Like decades?
Yeah.
What do they need to be stealing that water for? And I
Look
don't know
at-
if it's true or not, but they have the CEO of Nestle on record as saying that water is not a right, it's a privilege.
That's
People should have to pay
disgusting.
for it. Right, that is
Really?
disgusting. No, like I said, I don't know if that's true or not, but that's what's out there.
But if you really took time to do, and not you, but
Right.
like in general,
Well, yeah.
us as
If we
people,
took time,
if
yeah.
we took time to really look at the origins of where most of our products come from, it would vastly change, if you have a conscience and morals, how and where you buy your products and what you eat. Lindor truffles, for example, I will not eat anything from that company because the chocolate that is picked from the cacao plants that they use is picked by children's slaves.
Oh, wow.
Had never heard that.
So if you they're not the only ones either.
Right.
There are more.
No,
so if you
yeah.
really look into it, it's like, oh my God, I'm
Right.
indirectly contributing to this problem, and because of my ignorance, I just continue to do it.
Willful ignorance.
Willful ignorance. You're right. You're right.
You know, the one thing I like to do is, like when I go shopping at market basket, I know I look like an idiot when I have my dog outside. People going by, and I'm, hi, how are you? You know, I feel like, you know, maybe I should start waving. But I do. I like waving to the people going by. Some will say hi, or somebody walking down the street, hi, how are you? Or they'll either not talk, or they you know, they may. One guy told me I look very silly. I said, thank you very much. But you noticed me, didn't you? You know, or something like that. But I like one, and what I can tell you, I always say hi to the people walking down. Some of them respond, some won't. Like down here at the Margaritas, there with these two people. You go, hi, how are you? Having a nice day. And all of a sudden, I said, we're going to go up and do a psychic show. She got really all excited, didn't
Yeah,
she?
they
So I
had a
started doing
nice
a quick
conversation.
reading on them. They were all, oh yeah. I said, you know, this one should be doing this, that should be doing that, you know. Or when I go to the grocery, go. I would gossip. I don't care. I tell everybody. But when I go grocery shopping, I run into a lot of people and I start talking to them, but I always ask permission first.
Yeah.
And 9 out of 10, I'm going to get a call back for one thing. You know, can I make an appointment? Or I may not. When I go to Applebee's, they all know when I come in there, and they, you know, all the ways will come over. And, what can you tell me about today? I go, well, then that means I don't have to leave you a tip, do I?
Here's your tip.
Yeah, you know.
But I like that you said, Norm, that you always ask permission first, because
Yeah.
I think with respect to some of the TV mediums that just walk up to people, I mean, and they've paved the way for a lot of us to do what we do, but I never, ever, ever believe or teach that it's okay to just walk up to someone and start giving a reading,
No.
because you don't know what their journey is. You don't know where they've come from. You don't know what they believe in, or if they're ready to hear from the person. So I
Right.
like that you ask first.
I
think
learned
that's
the hard
important.
way. And because,
Yeah.
you know Patty Pingree?
I don't. You know.
You know her?
Yeah.
Very good friend of mine. And she said to me on TV, you didn't ask my permission to do a reading. And I was embarrassed. I'm on my TV show. You know what I mean? She's a guest on my show. But she was right. I invaded her privacy.
Yeah.
No,
And that's exactly what it is. It's a gross invasion of privacy.
I can
it
prove
is.
that on the outside, too. Hey, when I in the hallway there, before we come on the air, I'll say to them, do you mind if I do a reading on you? You know, I forgot to ask you to do that, but that's okay. You know,
Well,
but,
you have
you know.
carte blanche permission to give me a
Yeah.
reading anytime you want.
Yeah. I also will tell you that you're going to be in a very well-known paper in your local area.
I'm going to meet what?
You're going to be interviewed by a well-known news reporter in the area where you are.
Will I know about it while I'm being interviewed? No.
It's going to be. I mean, they may.
Curious.
You will not thank you or whatever,
Yeah.
but you will be you will be interviewed. So be prepared.
Okay.
Okay, you know what I mean? Because if I tell you what it is now, then you're going to get nervous. But after it's
okay.
all over, they're going to say thank you very much.
Okay.
Okay, which is wrong because they should get your permission
Right.
first. Okay.
But you know what, Norm? I'll tell you. I was recently. People don't get your permission.
No.
I was put in a book without my permission, and the names were changed and everything.
Oh wow,
And a reading that I had given in a group setting was put in that book, and that's not okay.
no,
Because it's not okay to divulge readings anyways, unless you have the person's permission
Right.
to do so. So, and that was put in there. And then the situation where this person received a reading from me was completely changed to make, and with other people too, to make her look, I don't know, it made us look silly
Yeah.
anyways, but it was without our permission.
Yeah.
So I talk about a reckoning that you have to do with yourself when that kind of a thing happens.
They
So
validated that with themselves by changing the names.
I don't know. I don't know how. I don't understand how someone can do that. So I can't explain it. Because I
that's
just
like the
wouldn't.
rates for
And I'm not
television.
perfect, but I
Right.
wouldn't do it. But
Right.
that's what she did. She changed the names and put situations in there, and then what happened was this person was not at this center to receive readings, but was there to do research. And when it came my turn to sit with the person, I said, "You're not here for readings. What are you here for? Why are you here?" And that upset her. and she left, and we didn't see her again. 6 to 8 months later, this person came back and was all happy and lovey-dovey and la 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 and everything, and then the book was released. And so that reading, when I sat with her and said, "You're not here for readings," turned into me talking about weight loss and how I needed to lose weight and how upset with myself and like all of this stuff. It was just all turned around. So I think, you know how someone, it was like a bully type situation almost.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Yeah. So I guess I'm prepared but not prepared for that, because you can't do this.
It's already happened.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's already happened.
Yeah.
Okay. But
So-
what I'm also seeing, but I do see you being interviewed like the Boston Globe or something like that. They will probably ask your permission, but also
Yeah.
that already happened with you.
Yeah.
Okay. And
Yeah.
I've been very fortunate because of my TV show. I've been interviewed by that lady, one man from the Hippo Press.
Oh, cool. Hippo is like a big deal up here.
Yeah, when the first time I was interviewed by the man from Hippo Press, he called me short and fat and a man with bald head and a lot of rings. Oh, was I mad?
Bald head.
You don't look bald.
Bald head. Yeah, he called me short, fat, and bald head and wear a lot of rings.
I've been called a fat charlatan before and an
Yeah.
evil soothsayer.
And,
You know what I think? I'm sorry, Norm, I cut you off.
No, go ahead.
I think that if you're not prepared to be talked about and you're not prepared for people to throw their insecurities at you
Yeah.
and project them on
And
you,
don't do it.
then you're not ready.
Oh, I was mad, but it's okay, you
Yeah.
know. And in fact, we actually had a lady come in from the Hippo Press again and interviewed Matt Nyman on the Hippo, and I was actually in the Manchester News. Do I want to be like another, John Edwards
Yeah.
or Sylvia Brown? No. I'm quite happy with my little old TV show I have here. You know, I'm too old to be traveling, close to being 35, you know. No, 34. I'll be 33 in 2 months. You know.
Make up your mind and we'll just go with it.
There you go. and I got to say, I actually enjoy it more now than I have in a long time, because I do have a great host that works with me. We work together and we're booked far in advance. You know, where I booked now right up until January. So plan on January for your next show if you come back on with it, because I do enjoy having you guys on. You know, and but. If you're seeking publicity, you're seeking notoriety, you know what? This is not the field.
Yeah. I certainly
Maury,
don't want it.
we need to have you do a couple of things for us, please.
What's that, sir?
Your book.
My book. The Inner Circle Chronicles, Book 3. Intuitive Healers Leading the New Economy with Integrative Health, Soul, and Spirit. This is my new book. I'm one of the many authors that contributed to it. It's an excellent book. I do recommend it for everybody. You can order it through myself at autoheart.com, which is on the screen, or you can order it through Amazon, or you can call me.
Lori, is it short stories or is it just
Yep.
like articles? Or
It's short stories. Every author did a short story about themselves.
Oh, cool.
And so they're all very personal, but very meaningful. So anybody can get something out of every story.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah,
But
it's
this is
different.
the
It's a
hers
really
is the
good
best
book.
one.
It sounds different than
It's really a good book. I
Than other
know
books,
I'm a little
yeah.
biased, but yeah, it's really good. And like Norm said, my story's the best. We
That's
all
right.
know that.
Because I'm a little prejudiced, you know, but that's okay.
You're
you
allowed
know.
to be. That's okay. And how
And,
much is it?
I'm not allowed to say.
Oh.
I actually,
Sorry.
you know, it was a really good book. I found it very fascinating. You have to buy the book to read it. I'm not going to say. Okay, and then we got this.
I'll buy one.
Please.
Okay. And we were speaking of upcoming guests just a moment ago. So obviously today we have Cindy Stewart and Genevive Hackett. Next week we have Amy Sabatino.
Do you know her?
I don't know a lot of people.
And then on June 29th we have Johnny Morin. On July 6th we have Hope. On July 13th we have Erin McPhillips' daughter.
Daughter,
You
yep.
have to get her name.
Yeah. When John Moore, he has a disease that's slowly killing him. He's in a wheelchair, so he's going to come in to speak about it.
Oh, wow.
So we're not all psychics. We're a lot of different people coming on. Erin McPhillips' daughter is sings. So she's going to come on. Was she 11?
11 years old.
But
Yeah.
even
Gonna sing.
psychics aren't only psychics.
I know.
No.
We have
That's
lives
what people think.
outside
People
of.
don't realize that.
Yeah,
We're human.
like
We're
I like to play
Absolutely.
golf, but I don't try
Right?
to psychically predict where the ball's going to go. I just know that I'm a menace.
You know, people say that to me. I'm like, well, why don't you predict this for yourself or that for yourself?
Well, how come you
No,
don't
it
win the
takes
power?
the
What do
fun
you
out
have
of
for
life.
mega bucks
Right.
or yeah,
Yeah.
or the lottery numbers? Or,
Yeah.
I used to get asked that a lot.
I
still
tell people I
do.
won't give them to them.
And
Even
I
if I
say,
could
you
get
know
them,
what?
I would-
Follow your own tuition.
Yeah.
Right, that's
Just
what I
think,
tell
if
'em.
you and I, or you, or any of us that are psychic, can you imagine the country would go broke because we could predict our own
I
numbers?
know, I would own my own island somewhere. And,
Right.
Yeah.
you know, I could do my own thing.
I would. Yeah, definitely. July 20th, our friends from Adventure Cam will be coming on, minus Candyman because he will be in Florida.
Yeah.
Right. And on July 27th, Lynn Nickerson will be on.
Yeah, she's a ghost hunter.
I think I've heard that.
She has a radio show in Portsmouth.
Okay.
And she's one of these ghost
I can't wait to meet her.
hunters.
Can't wait to meet her. I love the
Ghost hunting can
paranormal
be
investigators.
fun.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm going to have fun with her. We're going to stir up the spirits of all the universe.
See, that's when you should wear a turban when you do
Yeah.
Definitely a turban voice.
Norm needs to go home and have a homemade cigarette. August 3rd, we're going to have DeLuna. She plays the harp.
Oh, I can't wait.
I got to get a whole reminder.
That's going to be beautiful.
All right. August 10th, we have Jared Powers. This frog, you'll remember him. He's the one guy that made Norm look mute.
Yeah, he was. I didn't even get a chance to say a word, maybe 3 words.
Really?
That was. I
He'll
was.
be at the event.
Yeah, he's going to
Very
be at the
high
event.
energy, but all positive.
Oh, yeah.
cool.
This guy, he taught. I kid you not. Maybe I got to say 10 minutes
Yeah,
at the
yeah,
most.
really.
But this guy was so. You'll love him. You know, but for me to be quiet, that was
Great. He's awesome.
It was great. Yeah, she enjoyed it.
Yeah,
but
he's awesome.
But this guy
Oh,
was,
cool.
and he does beautiful artwork.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
nice.
nature photography. Oh, my goodness, is he talented.
Yeah.
Yeah. On August 17th, Bob White Bear Olson will be on. He's the one that makes the beautiful flutes.
Okay. Was he at your fair?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay.
He's
I-
going to
so
give a
I remember-
half-hour concert.
Yeah, I
nice.
highly recommend everybody buy one of his flutes. I've personally found it life-changing. August 24th, we have Mr. D.
He's a reader and a
Okay.
mass.
On August 31st, we have Karen Tibbetts.
You know Karen?
She's a
And-
reader too, but I don't know a lot about her.
Okay. On September 7th, we have Bill and Lisa Spinney from Strike Back Against Cancer talking about Erica's Run, which is an event they do to raise money for people who are fighting cancer. Their daughter Erica lost her fight with cancer. So it really is a beautiful event. They do it in Merrimack every year. On September skipping ahead. September 14th, we have Pauline Hayworth.
Oh, I got some exciting news about what she's going to be doing for a quick show. She's, you know, the weaving thing, that big old-fashioned spinning, yarn spinning. She's going to do a half-hour card thing on there on how to do your weaving and stuff in
Oh.
the room and stuff.
Very
different.
cool, yeah.
Yeah. See, this year, I'll let you finish that, and then I'll tell you some of the things.
He's
I
all
get so
excited.
excited now. You know.
On September 21st, Dick Smith will be on. He's the gentleman that came on, and he was a scientist, and he was able to reverse his own diabetes. So now
He's gonna
he
be
helps
gonna
other
lecture
people
on
do
that.
that. On September 28th, Susie Marat will come on. She is the one who's done the soul aura portraits for Norm and I, and countless other people.
She's a lot of fun.
Susie's great. On October 5th, Rich Danboys of Adventure Cam will be coming on, but he'll be coming on to talk about his work with the Newfoundland ponies
Yeah.
and to save them. Also another amazing photographer and very gifted. On October 12th, Carolyn Vanderhorst from the Manchester Animal Shelter will be coming on to talk about what the animal shelter needs, where they stand, what's going on there. But we're also going to have another guest on that day, Danielle Fryer.
Right, she's a Reiki master, and she does all this stuff. So, and she's going to be one of our vendors. You know.
Cool.
On October 19th, we're going to have Hannah Bedard and her family. Hannah is the young lady that a couple years back, her family lost everything, their home, everything. And instead of feeling sorry for herself, she started this haunted trail to raise money for other people who were suffering.
Isn't that something?
And she was
Yeah,
a teen,
they
young
take
girl.
nothing
What was she, 12,
from it.
13 years old?
She was,
something
yeah,
like that when she started.
yeah,
Yeah.
13, 14 when she started. Everything goes to help other people. Isn't that just so beautiful?
That's amazing.
And she's also going to have a table there, so folks,
At the event, so
at
that
the
people
event,
can understand.
bring a
more.
fat wallet with you. So we can help these people, especially with that, here she is, they lost everything.
Everything, their home, everything.
Instead
they
of
had
feeling
lost
sorry
everything.
for themselves, they have a little pot-bellied pig that they lives in the house with them. But that's okay.
A lot of people have potbelly
Yeah.
pigs as pets. Let's see. On October 26th, Darlene Doty will be on. On November 2nd, Carl from the Abel Ebenezer Brewery in Merrimack will be on. That's a veteran-owned brewery. They just celebrated their 2-year anniversary the other
Always
day.
support the veterans. Always,
Yes.
always.
And I want to thank them for the gift card.
Yes. On November 9th, Brandy Wells will be back on. On November 16th, Bruce Hoskins and Mischief Managed will be back on. You might remember, did our Christmas show last year. They are an a cappella group that does Renaissance era madrigals. It was really,
And it's
really
just a
cool.
Harry Potter thing. I love
Well,
it.
you saw him at the event. He was the one dressed up in the Renaissance garb.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
I have to send you a reminder that way you can come down and listen to them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
When is
listen.
it? When is he on again?
He will be on November 16th.
Okay.
So I'll Facebook you and let you know if
Okay.
you want to come in and watch them.
Okay. Cool.
And
Thank
we
you.
were very happy one man come out of the closet, so to speak. He was going through an operation, and he came out with the opening on how he was a male, he's becoming a female.
Nope, other way
Actually,
around.
Openly, huh?
Other way around.
No, the other way around, yeah. And he openly, a minute when he was the first
It
time.
takes a lot of courage.
Takes a lot of
I
courage.
felt very
God
honored
bless.
that he did
Yeah.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would too. I would too.
Yeah, we definitely did. On December 7th, Jen Waltner will be on. On December 14th, Pauline Hayworth will be back on again, just because we love her so much. And so we're pretty
Okay.
booked up.
Yep.
Nice. Yay.
And we're still booking up, so we'll be putting you guys on in January. So,
Okay.
And as for the event itself that we keep referring to, that is the event we do twice a year to raise money for the Manchester Animal Shelter, NormsFriends psychic event. It will be at the Unitarian Universalist Church on Union Street here in Manchester. And we have blown it out of the water this time. It is like twice as big as it's ever been.
And we have pre-parking.
And we have parking
Oh, nice.
that was donated by the synagogue. That
But we
is
have to be out of there
virtually
by
right
4,
next
so,
door.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I am going to send a donation.
Really nice of them. So for readers, we have the 4 of us. That's Norm and Lori and Cindy and Genevieve.
We'll be in the Harry Potter room.
There you go.
Cindy and Lori, and you'll be across the hall from the Harry Potter room, right?
You can find us in Harry Potter room. Pauline Hayworth will be there. Janice Donnelly will be there. Catherine Samuelson will
Janice
be
Donnelly
there.
gets pod meetings.
Okay.
Yeah.
Jen Waltner will be there. Karen Tibbetts will be there. Ramona Nault will be there.
She's an astrologer.
And Aidan Fafnir, a.k.a. Bruce Hoskins, will be there.
Yeah.
And for vendors, we have a whole slew of vendors. But we are looking for more. We have Michelle Talon will be there. She was on a couple weeks ago with the essential oils. We have Bob Whitebear Olson will be there with his flutes and CDs. Debbie Walls will be there with, I've drawn a blank. What is Debbie?
Fairy
doing?
doors.
Right, fairy doors and things
And
like
I guess
that.
Patty Piglett's going to be there doing aura photography.
Love
Okay.
fairy doors. Very exciting.
Jeff Travers will be there with his candles in line of skincare. Wonderful, wonderful stuff. Chris Gately will be there doing massages.
Ooh.
Keep trying to get in. I never seem to have time.
Part of the thing with being a reader is like you want to go out and spend all of
Yeah.
your money on all
Right?
the stuff that's going on out there.
Our favorite matchmaker will be there, Elaine Saunders.
Oh yeah.
Leslie Minchin will be there. Matt Connerton will be there.
And actually, Matt's going to give a half-hour show of hypnosis up in the room, too. So we got a lot of new things
Oh,
coming
that's
around.
awesome. That is
Yeah.
new, yeah.
Yeah.
On the second floor now, you're
Yeah.
doing
Yes.
up there too. So this is like
Yeah.
a multi-level.
Yeah.
Event.
Like I said, we blew it out of the water. We're going to have to put some people outside next year.
Oh wow.
That's my goal.
Yeah.
Tense.
Lindsay Logan will be there. Kelly Scott, Jared Powers, Darlene Doty, Emily Morin, Danielle Fryer, and Kimberly Barrett will be there. What are these other people?
One I'm not sure. Well, this guy, he's a new one, so I don't know. I'm not sure what he does or this one here.
Okay. Well,
We still got plenty of space, folks. You know, the costs are cheap. They're pretty reasonable. And just to let you know, folks, I'm only charging the readers $1,000 a table.
that's it.
That's it.
It's worth every
Vendors
penny.
are only going to get 40.
It's for the areas. But
No.
we also have the bacon sale where
Oh, yeah,
there's
we
going
have
to
a
be
food
food
sale, so-
and wonderful desserts. We have a call.
Yeah.
Welcome to Norman Friends. You're on the air.
Hello, this is Denise.
Hey, Denise.
Hey, Denise, how are you?
I'm fine.
What, are you behaving yourself?
Oh, yeah.
Why?
Huh?
Why are you behaving yourself?
I
Here we go.
have nothing better to do.
Oh,
That's because you're behaving yourself.
yeah, that would be boring for me. So we got a couple of young ladies here. If you have a question you'd like to ask them.
Oh, I didn't watch your program today. I just decided to call.
Wow, that hurts my feelings.
Poor Normie. Poor Normie.
She has the most incredible laugh. We love it when she calls us because she does. She has an incredible laugh. You know. So, see, you know. So, what are you doing for Father's Day?
Staying home.
Wow, wow, that's good. What fun is that? Staying home.
I'm not married.
Well, that's all right. You can still go out, pick up some beau there and go out partying. Right? You can still go out partying, you know. But Denise, one of the things I want to let you know is that we do enjoy you calling us.
You do.
Yes, we do. You know, and we actually, when you didn't call last week, we missed it. Was it last
Was it?
week?
Yeah, there was one week you didn't call. We
Yeah,
were
we
worried.
keep-
Yeah, I was out last week.
Yeah, on a heavy date, right?
Huh?
On a heavy date, right? You didn't go out with your boyfriend on a heavy date
I
last
don't
week?
have a boyfriend.
Well, how come?
I don't know. I just don't.
How
Well,
do-
we have a matchmaker. Will be at our event. She can help you fix
Yeah,
that.
there you go. And I'm going to meet with her tomorrow. When the matchmaker and I going out for lunch tomorrow.
Oh.
You know. Well, thank you for calling, Denise. We'll talk to you later, okay?
All right.
Yeah, keep on laughing. There you go.
Bye.
Bye.
Yeah, she's the one
She's
that was
so
mad at me one time because she talked about how I'm pretty sure it was her that had a cat. She had it declawed. I was furious.
Yeah.
I was furious because, think about that. When they
It's
get
cruel.
outside, how can they defend
People
themselves?
don't realize.
But even what they have to do to declaw them is just
right, it's terrible.
Yeah.
It is very
Yeah.
terrible, and it's not.
A lot of vets
painful
are
for the
refusing to
animal.
do that now.
Yeah,
They
if
break
you
all their
actually
bones.
love your cats, you will not do that. You will provide them something to scratch on.
right.
Where I live, I am so blessed. We now have a family of groundhogs.
Oh,
We had several different birds. I've never seen so many birds as I have this year. Cost me a fortune in food. And we had squirrels. I feel like
did you
I'm living
get bears
in the
from
country.
feeding the birds?
Yeah, I'm hoping the bears will come in through next.
You don't want the bears in your backyard in the
Sure.
city. Somebody will shoot it.
Probably,
and run
yeah,
it
that
over.
would be that, yeah.
Oh yeah, you live in the
Yeah.
yeah.
But we had the
Yeah, you don't
squirrels,
want
we
that.
had the birds, it's just so incredibly, I love Manchester, and I love the idea of out front in the park, somebody gets shot, that's okay. But I go out in the back and I look, I got my flag hanging, I got all these beautiful wild animals, I am more upset if an animal gets shot, seriously.
Yeah.
But, and
There's been a lot more around my house, and I live far away from here, but more animal activity this year than in the last couple of years. Like, there was a fox outside my house, and
awesome.
but I didn't know what it was. So I heard this loud screeching noise, and I was like, "Oh my God, someone's in trouble!" So I ran over and I kind of locked the door and turned off the lights just in case, And I would call for help if I needed to, but you still have to be safe, right? And then around my car comes this fox and opens up its mouth, and I hear that noise, and I'm like, "Oh my God!" It sounded like somebody screaming. It was the
Have you
strangest,
ever heard Fisher cats?
eerie.
Oh,
yes.
they're horrible.
Sounds like someone
Yes.
killing a baby. I mean,
Yes.
that is exactly what it sounds like.
And they
That
are
is a
vicious.
terrible, terrible. They are mean.
Those are the ones
Yeah.
that are really mean, and they don't care what they attack or anything else.
Yeah.
But you know what? The blue jays are beautiful,
They are, but they
but they're
fight.
mean.
They are mean. They fight too.
Yeah.
They're noisy.
they're
We
mean
saw
to the
two
little ones.
robins fighting the other day. I'd never seen
I've
two
never seen a
robins
robin
fighting.
fight.
I mean, they're bouncing into each other. I mean, they were
Really going
fighting.
at it.
Yeah, it was
When
like,
they do that, I blow a horn.
I've never
can't handle
seen
it.
anything like that before.
We have huge turkeys outside our house too, and so the neighbors have a rooster. So I'm always hearing the turkeys gobbling, and then the rooster. Like they don't just crow in the morning or cock-a-doodle-doo, whatever you call it. It's all day that they go off. I like it. I don't know if it bothers other people, but I like it.
But, you know, and I'll watch this, because the squirrels will come up onto the porch. We have a little table. We
Mm-hmm.
put them. Now the blue jays think they have to come up onto the porch and steal the
squirrels'
nuts away.
Do the squirrels ever come to the door?
Yep.
Yeah, they're
Gotta make
smart.
sure they don't come in the. One of them got in the house, and my cats are looking, and then we managed to get it out. Although nothing irks me any worse than to had somebody say, "Oh, it's raining like cat and dogs out here," or they fight like cat and dog. Cat and dogs don't fight.
No, they get along.
Well,
We have another call.
Okay.
Welcome to Norman Friends. You're on the air.
I'd like to speak to Norm, please.
I'm right here.
Hi, Norm. How you doing?
I'm doing very well. How are you?
Good, sir. Norm, let's let you know we are going to be having a candle walk Friday night at 7:30,
Okay. Where?
and that's for the people. That's going to be at the park across from the library on
Okay.
Main Street.
Okay. Okay. Let's see it.
No, it'll be at 7 o'clock on Friday night at the park across from the library.
Okay. I want to say that so a little bit louder, and then I'll announce it again. Okay. What's going now? This is for the people in Orlando.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, folks, Friday night, they're going to have a vigilant walk with candles for the people that were massacred in Orlando, Florida, and everybody is invited to attend. Thank you for letting us know.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Okay. And I'm going to try to.
Thank you.
I'm going to make sure I make it.
Cool. You should.
I might walk. I think I get awful tired, though.
Well, you know, it might be good for you.
Yeah, maybe my belly
just
shrink a
an
little
idea.
there's
bit.
something sacred about people praying together. And,
Isn't it?
you know,
I
just
love it
feels
because
good.
the you know. Now that was actually had to call our show and say that.
That was very nice.
Mm.
So once again, folks, I want to let everybody know. What time did you say? 7 o'clock.
Yes.
7 o'clock. Down at the Veteran Park. Oh no, was it the Veteran Park?
No, the
Or-
park
Across from the
across
library.
from the library.
Oh, the park across from the library.
That's what he said.
Yep.
So, can you confirm that again, please, sir? Apart from the library, because I was thinking they somewhere. They're going to have a candlelight service. Everybody is welcome to attend. Bring your firearm. No, I'm only kidding, folks. But
That was awful, Norman. Shame on you.
I
People,
know.
there's his email address, but
no, but it's almost scary. You know what I'm saying? But no, everybody, please come with a spirit in your heart
yes.
of forgiveness and love for each other. Okay, and a true love. Come and make your presence known. Don't be embarrassed to come and show up. You know, and it's at 7 o'clock at the park across from the library.
Yes.
And I'm going to do my utmost, and I will be there. Okay, and, whomever would wish to come, yeah, just come and just give your
thought,
moment
your
of silence,
prayers,
your
your
moment
love,
of
right.
silence. Okay, and remember, folks, just because they're gay, they're still human. You know,
Still
and they
people.
have families, yeah, and they have families that love them.
Yes.
They're still people. Yeah,
Like I
like you
said,
said.
yeah, you know somebody that was there. I know someone who had relatives there.
Yeah.
It's, you know, and you think Orlando's way far away, but here's two people in New England that know
Yeah.
people directly affected. So,
You know, it kind of affects me because I'm gay. You know, and I don't. That probably doesn't make any sense.
I think
But-
it does.
no, it
You know.
100%
I think it makes
makes
perfect
sense.
sense.
You know,
Yeah.
because it almost makes me afraid. I almost want to go back into the closet again, but I don't know if I know how. You know, but it makes me almost afraid to walk down the street. Am I going to get killed because of my lifestyle, or what's going to happen? You know,
Like I told my son Norm, who's also gay, you can't let people like this invade your life.
No.
You can't live in fear. You can't live in terror. You can't. You have, just because something offends somebody else doesn't make that somebody else right.
No.
Exactly.
You know, so everybody, it's human rights. It's not white heterosexual rights.
I don't always
Exactly.
agree with the things that
know?
are going on in the gay style of pride, stuff like this. But I'm not embarrassed of who I am. Okay.
Nor should you be.
You know who's been a big supporter of that for me? Is her.
I'm not surprised.
She really has been, hasn't she?
I am
When I go through it, if I get emotional, I apologize. But
Oh, no.
we have, being gay, we have a right to live.
exactly.
You know what? We bleed like you do. We work like you do. We pay taxes for unwanted children. Forgive me for putting it that way, but it's true. We pay taxes. We do everything to help other people. Okay? And for this to happen was horrible. It was, and now it's time to just start loving each other.
Right. Embrace your family members. Embrace your neighbors.
Yeah.
You know,
Love
it
is
doesn't
love.
matter. Right.
Yeah.
Love is love. And, somebody's lifestyle is none of your, I
Business,
caught myself
yeah.
again. None of your business.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But you're absolutely right.
Yeah.
Just like my lifestyle is none of your business. It's
Right.
not.
Right.
It's not up to you to tell somebody else how to live.
Exactly.
And the people that you miss out on when you judge, regardless of why you're judging them, whether they're gay or whether they're of a different ethnic background or their gender or whatever, it
different
doesn't
faith
matter,
or
a different
whatever, it
faith,
doesn't
right?
matter.
You miss out on so many good people and so much
Yeah.
love and so much warmth when you behave like that, and you're reflecting, you're projecting rather your insecurities and your
Exactly.
fears onto other people, and shame on you.
Exactly.
I don't care if you're black, brown, blue, green, yellow. You know what? Look at the heart. Look at the spirit.
Can you imagine if we saw each other by our souls and not
How
by our
different
bodies?
would it
How
be?
different
Much
would it be?
different.
Yes.
You know what? There's a song that keeps going through my mind. Do you sing?
No.
Who's the singer?
I sing. I don't know if other people like when I sing, but I sing. My steering wheel thinks I'm a rock star.
There's something about this. You know that song, Don't Be Afraid of the Dark, Hold Your Head Up High, Don't Be Afraid of the Dark?
I don't know that
Do you
one.
remember that song?
Who said who?
Yeah. If I sing, my son's going to call.
Yeah, but go ahead.
But hold your head up high and don't be afraid of the dark.
Yeah.
I can't remember the whole words, but it's
Right, but I
beautiful.
know what song. Yeah.
You know what I'm
It's
talking
a good
about.
song.
okay?
Yeah.
And this is what I had to learn. I'm not ashamed of who I am anymore. And I can hold my head up high. And like you were just saying, in our journeys of life into the spiritual world, it's not an easy world thing that we go into. We've all had ups and downs, and, maybe rejection from here. But that's, like, I love what you said, because 9 out of 10, we've been on that path. Okay? So when people come to us and they want to have a reading or they want counseling, you know what? I'm not going to hold their hand. And I'm not going to, because people, if they want to get better, it's up to them. The biggest part I hate is, oh, my life is so, I can't improve it, I can't do that. You know what? If you don't want to, then don't.
Well, whether you think you can or you think you can't.
Yeah.
Either way, you're right.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah, And I've had, like, one of the my phrases, I guess I made it up because the lady actually looked up in the dictionary. I always tell people, get off the pity pot. And one lady said, there's no word in the dictionary called pity pot, so you put them together.
Right.
Right?
Well, actually, yeah. Bruce has taken a page out of your book recently. We
Oh.
play a game called Boggle, which is similar to Scrabble, but
Yeah.
different.
Yeah.
And we've been playing every night because I've been talking smack for several months now. He doesn't play because he knows I'm going to beat
Kick his
him.
butt off?
Yeah, see, I caught myself yet again. I'm getting better at that.
Well, you're getting pretty
I'm
such a
getting good at
vicious.
that, yeah.
Boy, you're getting right out there, right? Yeah.
So we've been playing, and so far I am way up in the number of wins, but that's neither here nor there. So he's been making up words.
All right. Good man, Bruce.
And I'm like, no, that's not in the dictionary. No. I'm like, you've been listening to Norm too long. That is not a real word.
We play Scrabble.
You do.
Yeah, but I cheat. We all do. I had my, thank goodness for this little phone, because I look up the Scrabble to see if it's spelled right, to see if it's a word. 'Cause I know you're not supposed to, the other person, but we do it anyway. I never win. I might win maybe 1 out of 100.
As long as you're having fun.
Oh, that's the
Who
whole
cares?
thing.
You should see me play golf. I mean, you would not even feel like you needed to explain that.
Oh, the last time I played golf, oh my gosh. Somehow, the golf club landed around the tree. My father's golf cart landed in the pond. And I had just come out of the cocktail lounge to get into the golf cart. He wouldn't let me use his golf cart anymore.
I can't imagine why not.
Craziness.
That's like, I'm not good at the only good sport. The only thing I was good at was goalie in soccer or volleyball. I loved volleyball.
I loved volleyball too.
Yeah.
I wasn't good at it, but I loved it.
I was pretty good at it. I couldn't help
Yeah.
if a guy tripped when he was going after the ball. You
The
know.
thing I am the best at when it comes to sports is keeping score.
I'm good at cheering.
Well, they wouldn't let me do that.
Cheerleading, yeah.
What were you good at?
Excuse
What was
me.
it?
Go Red Sox.
Oh, there you go.
Thank you.
We got to get back on the winning mode there.
Oh, we're fine.
Yeah,
We're
you
good.
know. And one of the things, may I see something?
Sure.
Okay. One of the things I've seen about you is that slow down on your learning and take what you have now and practice it just a little bit more before you get burned out too quickly. I think we talked about because sometimes without realizing it, and I think you might agree with it, that we can burn ourselves out very quickly. Okay. Never stop learning.
Okay.
Okay, because what your knowledge is, your spirit, my spirit is telling your spirit is work with the knowledge that you have today for you.
Okay.
Because believe me, when you start teaching, you're going to be you're a teacher now, but you're going to be a more awesome, incredible teacher later down the road. So just take it slow and easy. Okay, because you have this dynamic way of doing things. You want to show the whole world how to do this and how to do that, and you want to rush it. So carve it down. Does that make sense to you?
Mm-hmm. I think a lot of us,
Yeah.
when we first awakening, I guess, there's so much that's out there that you just want to learn everything.
Yeah.
You want to soak everything in, and you do burn out. You have to take
It's
one thing at
overload.
a
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
It is overload. Yeah.
That's like when the first time I ever went to AA, and I was man, you should go to AA now because I'm going there. And then 3 weeks later, I went back out again and started drinking. And I can remember when the first AA meeting I ever went to, I was in there and I go, oh, okay. Well, all of a sudden I see this guy break out a bottle after the meeting. Yeah, that's my kind of meeting. I can go in and say I'm a drunk and blah, blah, blah. And then I go out like I would drink all over again. It doesn't work that way, you know. Now I've been sober now almost 20 years and I'm excited. I haven't.
Congratulations.
You know,
That's a big deal.
And it's been 3 years since I've had a cigarette. So Matt Connerton actually hypnotized me on my TV show for smoking.
Wow.
Okay. You're going to, I would encourage you to take a class in hypnosis.
I've debated that.
Don't debate it, do it.
Okay.
Because the more you procrastinate on it, the harder it will be for you.
Okay.
Does that make sense to you? Okay, I like to get
But
confirmed.
hey, I'd
Hey,
like
you.
to have you give a reading, actually. I'd
sorry?
like her to give a reading.
Which one?
Cindy.
Cindy.
Okay.
Then I'll have her do me a reading after. How's that?
Gonna have her do my reading?
You can
Do one of them?
either one of us. So,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
obviously she can't do one
I'll
on
be lying
Genevieve.
to
She
you,
knows
yeah.
her too well,
Yeah.
so it doesn't have to be on me. It can be on
No.
them. But
The heck.
Oh, Laurie?
Yeah.
Okay.
And if you want to know one online after, it's up to you or her.
Cool.
Is there a specific subject or just general?
just general. There's too many subjects to pick right now. So you pick.
Do you want to pick the cards or do you want me to pick them
I
for you?
trust you.
Okay. King of Swords.
Speak into the mic.
Right, so we have the King of Swords, the Nine of Coins. Ooh, 2 came out. I was only going to do 3, but 4 decided to come. The Star and the King of Wands.
Those are pretty cards.
I love these cards. Okay, so let me just take a look at the cards. These are all very strong cards. So I feel like you're the type of person, you've got a really good sense of self, and you're good with yourself, and you're mentally strong. This is what I'm trying to come with. A lot of stuff comes at you. You're good at being secure with who you are and where you are and what other people are going to do That's just them. You're on this path, and you're coming into a lot of things that you've always longed for. Not necessarily materialistic things. It could be materialistic things, but you've got yourself in a really good situation. You've kind of tamed the beast, and things are starting to flourish around you, and you're kind of like, oh my God, it's about time.
Can I get an amen?
Yes.
Hallelujah.
And what you're seeing is probably turning out better than you had thought. Maybe not exactly as you had wanted, but you're realizing that what's happening is probably exactly where you're supposed to be. And it's just as wonderful, if not more wonderful. You're coming to some kind of probably a major turning point. Just keep listening, keep grounding, keep listening to your intuition and your guidance. I know you're really good at that. Don't let that falter. If you meditate, whatever it is for meditation for you, whether it's an actual meditation, music, play your flute, whatever it is to help ground and center and get your messages, your guides are there. They're for you to communicate with you. And you're gonna have it all. Everything you wanted, more than what you wanted, maybe not everything you wanted, more than what you wanted, but everything you need, you will have.
I'm
And
very blessed.
there's just, make sure it's a constant change. Never get complacent. Never say, okay, I'm here, I'm done. It's constantly changing, and that's where you'll go.
Excellent. Thank you.
She didn't even know you played the flute.
Well, she
I
did mention it
mentioned it.
earlier.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
I mentioned
You
it.
could have look how honest she was. She
No,
could've
and
said-
that's,
You know what I mean?
I appreciate the
Yeah.
honesty, yeah.
Yeah.
She did.
Oh, thank
You did
you.
very well.
Thank you.
Could I get
It
one
was
from
nice. Of course you can.
Okay. You also talked to me about my mother one time, didn't you?
I don't remember.
Oh, okay. So you're good.
Maybe. I don't
I
know.
like the way you call that.
I don't.
Most people don't. And people think, well, you remember what I said 10 years ago? No, I don't remember what
Yeah.
I said.
I rarely remember the reading.
You know?
I very
Supposed to.
rarely do, too.
Rarely, because we're not meant to retain that.
Right.
Yeah, it's not for us.
That's personal to them, right?
Right.
If people don't understand that,
While you're doing it, do you allow them to take notes or record your readings?
Yep. As long as they don't put me on camera. I just don't want to be on camera. Videos going around or whatever.
yeah.
Okay,
you-
good, because we're going to be
Right.
taking camera shots. Good thing you told me that. But you're going to have to at the event.
Well, I mean that's different, but
Not a
when
private
you're-
reading, yeah.
Yeah, when it's a private reading,
Well,
I
because
don't
you don't know
mind
what they're
them.
going to do with that
Right.
picture of you.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm the same way. But they
Yeah.
can record whatever they want.
Right.
Right.
Record, take
If it
notes.
works, sometimes Spirit doesn't allow it
Oh,
to
no.
work,
That's
which
what I
is
tell 'em.
it blows my
when you were
mind
showing
when that happens.
I used to buy the cassette tapes.
Yeah.
And I would record it for them. And then they'd come back and say it didn't work.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd go, okay. So I'd give another free reading. So then all of a sudden I got smart. And I would mark the tape. I go, that's not the tape I gave you. Then I also tell them that the Spirit may not always want you to record
Yeah.
it.
Spirit does funny things. Even like I used to play music during my medium readings, and I stopped because I had this reading where I had this. So you have this beautiful ethereal music in the background, and then next thing I hear Margaritaville, and I'm like, "What? That's not on this playlist. What's going on?" And it turned out that it was the person I was reading. It was her loved one was a huge Jimmy Buffett fan and had changed my iPod
Nice.
to play Jimmy Buffett.
Well,
And then one time I was doing, can I tell the
Yeah,
story?
go ahead.
I was doing a meditation and Cindy was there, and I always before meditation I ask everyone to turn off your phones or put them in airplane mode or whatever so it doesn't interrupt.
And I
And
did.
she did. She put her phone in whatever you did. It was off.
I silenced it.
And then all of a sudden I hear squirrel, 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 and I'm like, what the heck? It was her phone going off. So you never know. Like that meditation just wasn't meant to happen
yeah.
that
Yeah,
day. But
Spirit
you
has a
just-
good sense of humor.
That is so true.
Oh my God, look how gorgeous you are.
Oh, you are just so handsome.
Stunner.
I look
On
forward
the
every
rose
week to
with
sitting
all the
next to
other
that
roses.
beauty.
That's hilarious. Okay. It's okay if I pick the cards for you,
Yeah.
Norm? Okay. We'll just do a general 3-card reading
Yeah.
if that's okay. Can I move this or is that
Yeah,
like illegal?
no, you can move it.
Okay.
The button pulls.
That's just like a microphone.
I don't want to get in trouble.
Yeah. God will yell at us.
Okay. All right. There's your 3 cards. Look at that. Wow. Norm, these are all major cards. You have the Moon, the Wheel of Fortune, and the High Priestess. Major Arcana cards. There's 2 types of cards in tarot. There's Minor Arcana and Major Arcana. Minor Arcana deals with day-to-day stuff, and Major Arcana talks about the overall big picture. And when someone pulls this many cards, there's usually a big decision that they're working on, that they're thinking about making at this moment. So the moon, to me, is about someone who has faced their fears when it's in this position, which is something that may have lost a little bit of potency. And this is telling me that you've been, I know just from talking to you that you've been through a lot, but you've faced some fears, you've faced some inner demons, and that is, that's a really difficult thing to do. But I think it's even tougher to not do it.
Right.
Long term. And so you went on this journey and you weren't alone. You may have felt alone at some points, but you weren't alone. And that has enabled you to be where you are now, the Wheel of Fortune, where you can see the light in the dark in all the situations. But you're comfortable where you are. You know what your truth is and what that means for you. And you don't let anybody invade that. And that is also something that's very admirable and something that I think you try to teach to other people. Heading into the future, I think you will still be teaching, still be giving. And I think a lot of what your message is or will be is about balance, for people to figure out what their balance is, for people to know that, if you are on your spiritual journey and you're aware of it, and when I say aware of it, I mean outside of religion, I mean spirituality. When you become aware of it, that it doesn't have to always be super serious. It doesn't always have to be this deep thing. Sometimes it can be light and fun and loving. And like we said, spirit has a sense of humor. I mean, who else has to come home and clean up dog duty after an amazing, you know what I mean?
Right.
So, and I think that that's part of what your message will be. If it's not transitioning to that now or isn't that now, that it will be stronger in the future.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
What is that card right there that just came out in the pile in that one?
This is the Six of Cups. And the Six of Cups, to me, for you, means that it's like there's so much love around you and that you have the faith of a child. And faith is a knowing that needs no validation. And I feel like that's where you come from. Everything comes from love, comes from here. And you spread that around and you share that with people. And that's what this is talking about here. And that will go hand in hand with this balance.
That was incredibly awesome.
Yes,
Thank you.
Yeah.
That was
Both
incredible.
the readings were
Thank you.
Really,
Spirit.
you guys did a very good job. Your website?
My CindySpiritualHealing.com.
Okay. And
My website is Central Mass Serenity with one S .com, and you can just Google my name. You'll find me.
they put you up there.
Yeah, it seems to come and go. Sometimes I'm on there, sometimes I'm not, but that's okay.
Yeah.
You guys can
And
see
mine
both our
is,
websites.
our website, I never wanted to have a Facebook. I never wanted to have a computer. Okay. I'm one of these guys. Changes are very hard for me like that. Okay. And I never wanted to upgrade or all of a sudden I'm getting on this bump in the head from my spiritual guide. You are going to do this. You're going to do that. So now I'm glad I did, and because you can't really survive without it. One of the things, who is the man that passed, if I may, who is the man that passed away that you were very close to?
There's a few of them.
This man was like in his late 60s, early 70s. He had a receding hairline. He wears glasses.
Oh, that's my father-in-law.
Okay. He has a little belly.
Yeah.
Okay. He told me to tell you how much he loves you.
Oh.
Okay. He said he doesn't understand what you do,
No.
but he respects what you do.
Well, thank you, Bill.
And as long as you make his son happy, he's happy. He wants you to go home and give his grandchildren a hug for him.
Okay.
And he wants you guys to have a hot plate Sunday for him.
I will gladly do that for him.
Okay. Did he like hot plate Sundays? Do you know?
He couldn't eat them.
Okay.
So that makes perfect sense when you say that.
Okay.
But at least for me in my mediumship, they'll often show me things that they couldn't have.
Yeah. Well, take a little dish, and like a paper dish, and put a little bit on it, and then when you're done with it, take it out and give it to the feed the earth with it. Then the paper dish, obviously, you throw into the garbage.
Right.
Okay. He also told me to tell you to have a nice roast beef dinner.
I think I can do that
Okay.
for him.
do the
I can do
same
that
thing.
for him.
Okay. Because you made he is so happy that you made his son happy.
Aw.
I know there's a lot of trials and tribulation. We all know that, And I want you to know that he is very, very happy with you and very proud
Thank you.
to have you as a daughter-in-law. You're like his daughter now.
You're making me cry.
Okay, he also said you had the right to be his daughter-in-law. Was he kind of a conceited person?
He wasn't conceited, but he could be tough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you're his favorite,
Oh.
quote unquote. And what you had to work hard with his approval. He's telling me.
Well, yeah, I guess. I don't know. I didn't.
Well, I mean, and that's what okay.
Yeah.
But he adores you very much. May I give you a hug for him?
Yes, I would love that. I love hugs. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. Believe it or not, and I think you'll agree with me, and I think you will. Spirits do have emotions.
Yes,
they do
they do.
show. Now, may I do a mediumship on you?
Sure.
Okay. There's a lady that's keep pumping me in the head. You got 3 ladies that are looking for your attention. One of them is fairly young.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Do you know a lady that passed that was young?
I believe you're probably hearing from my mother. She's pretty pushy.
Yeah. Okay. And was she young?
She died at 64.
Okay. Well, she told me that she says she's better.
Okay.
She feels well, and she's singing and dancing. Okay. I don't know. Did she sing a lot?
Yeah, she did. She was not good, but
No.
she did.
She said, "How dare you?" She said, "I'm better now, but how dare you?" Quote unquote. And she also loves the idea of what you're doing.
I can believe that, yes.
Okay. She also she told me to tell you to listen to other people about the knowledge that you're getting to slow down.
Okay.
Okay. And she also is very, very proud of you. And you had children also, right?
Stepchildren.
Stepchildren. But they're like yours.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But she likes your husband.
Good. I like him too.
Actually, she flirts with him.
Does she?
Yep.
Back off, Ma.
But did your mother have a hearing difficulty? Or was
No.
it? She said selective hearing.
Probably selective.
You're a lot like her, whether you realize it or
Yeah.
not.
No, I know.
Okay.
I am exactly like my mother. Yeah.
But one other thing I'm also telling you that she is very proud of your path.
Oh, okay.
You were kind of a Miss Goody Two Shoes, huh?
Yes.
How boring.
I really was. Yeah.
Were you? I can't picture you. I was going to say, I can't picture you being a...
Look at you laughing.
No, she was not a goody two shoes.
Oh, but there again, I also let you know that she tells you that she's going to provide the income for you to go back to school, whatever you want to do.
Oh, it's funny because I was just having that conversation with people from work that I want to go back to school.
Okay. And she also told me to be aware be aware of someone around you, and it looks like that you might be at work that is going to try to sabotage your job.
Okay.
Because you're a pretty independent lady and you will fight for what you believe in.
Okay.
Okay. And is your dad still alive?
My dad is, yes.
Okay. Did your mother have a potty mouth at one time? I'm not going to say it on TV.
At one time, my mother had a potty mouth her whole life.
Oh, okay. See, this is what I like to get. You're the same way. That she told me to tell that damn old fart that he'll be coming home when she's ready to bring him home.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, he's still fighting. He's stubborn.
Oh, yeah. And he enjoys life.
He does.
I want you to know, both of you to know, that they come to visit you every night.
Oh, yeah.
Okay? And I want you to know that your mother sleeps with your dad on the bed as well. So if there are times when he can't understand why the sheet doesn't lift up, it's because her spirit is there.
Okay.
Okay? People don't always, and I don't ask people to believe what I'm telling them. You know, that's not what we're all about. You
That's
know?
what I say too.
Yeah. But I also will tell you, did you have a brother that passed?
No, I have 2 sisters and they're both still here.
Okay. Did you have a brother that passed?
I don't have a brother that passed.
Okay. Then you have one, because there's a young male person that's with your mother right now. She said she might have had a miscarriage.
That's possible.
Okay. She said she was yeah, I don't know, but she's telling me she was a tough old broad.
My mother? Oh, she was.
Okay, I'm just telling you I'm just repeating
Yeah.
what she said.
He's right.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know, I like that validation because I don't want to go off the wall with it, but she said that she wants you to have a Hershey bar.
A Hershey bar.
A Hershey bar. No ice cream because she knew she couldn't have that, but she said break the rules and have a Hershey bar and enjoy it.
Okay, well, she was all about the chocolate, so that makes sense.
Okay. And did she smoke pot?
Pot? No, she smoked cigarettes.
Oh, okay. And I'm smelling pot. She said if you smoke pot, go for it.
Oh, well,
But
I
don't touch the cigarettes.
I can't. I'm a nurse. I get drug tested, so.
That really sucks, doesn't it? Back in the old days, we didn't have to worry about that, you know. But I also want you to know she loves you very much.
Oh, and I love her.
Okay. And she says, stop mourning for her. She's okay.
Okay.
If you guys would send me your email, I think we probably have it. I'd love to send you a thing that my friend Dick Del Carver and I sent called the Ceremony of Roses, which will help you to send your loved ones aside, up to a higher level. And I'd like to send you one, too.
Sure.
Okay.
I'd like that. Thank
It
you.
has,
Thank you.
what you do is you take a red rose, you have it this way. You take a yellow rose, you have it that way, with a blossom for some reason on the left because that's your life story. And you have a white rose, you put it this way, facing that way, you know, and that represents love, friendship, and eternal love. And then I'll tell you how to do it, you know. And Nick Dalkheimer and I worked it out together, so I'd like to, if you would like, I'd like to send it to you.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Thank you. I'd love
Your husband have a lot of stomach problems?
Well, yeah, he has, like, reflux and stuff, yeah.
You might want to go in and check for other things.
Okay.
Let's prevent what I'm seeing, and I want to say what I'm seeing, but let's prevent anything that we can see health-wise for him.
Okay.
We want to keep him around for a long time, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And I'm concerned about his kidney area, and I'm concerned about his
Okay.
tummy. Please. I'd rather be wrong than to be right, and I always tell people that. Don't you?
Mm-hmm.
You know, especially when I do. Do you do medical terms?
Not that much because I don't understand anything medical really, except for like if you have a cold, for you know, like I don't.
Well,
So I try to stay away from things that I'm not.
A lot of times, what I'll see is spots in different areas, or I'll get a smell.
Yeah.
On what it is. You do medical intuitive, right?
Well, I don't specifically do medical intuitive, but often during a reading or a Reiki session, I will feel whatever the issue is.
Reiki sessions I pick up on
Yeah,
stuff,
yeah.
but I don't.
You got to relax your neck muscles more.
Yeah.
You live on your tension there. You got to relax.
Well, I have, you know what it is? It's funny that you're picking up on that because I have 2 herniated discs in my lower neck. So, oh my God.
I'm getting the
husband
message,
has
go to an acupuncture.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, it's made I've been going for a couple weeks now.
Really?
It's made a huge difference.
Okay.
And not
And
just in that.
You're
the
not
other-
going to have cancer. Your mother just told me.
I'm not?
No.
Oh, that's good.
Okay. Did she have it?
She did. She
Okay.
had a
But she's
couple
not.
of times.
She's going to stop the spirit from trying to make you sick that way.
Okay.
Okay. But she wants you. Oh, she wants you to lose a. No, wait.
Okay.
And she
Okay.
doesn't want you to. Yeah, sorry, Norm, to jump in, but she very
No.
clear wants
Yeah.
you to know that she doesn't want you to engage in activities that might cause cancer. Like he already said, don't smoke, but eating crap and other things,
Okay.
using products that are less than natural, things that cause cancer.
Folks, if you agree with us or disagree with us, give us a call. We'll try to help you all we can. And remember, Friday, is it? You have
Friday.
that walk?
Yes,
Okay,
Friday at the,
candle,
the park across from the library at
right.
7 o'clock.
At
Candlelight
7 o'clock,
visible
so,
for
yeah.
the victims in Orlando. And all the victims, I believe, are going to be included, not
Right,
just
you know.
the...
Well, I'm going to do it for the whole, everybody.
For
I'm gonna
everybody,
do it
yep.
that way, okay? So I'm definitely going to make sure I attend that. One of the things I'm also, may I do a little bit more?
Yeah,
on
of
you?
course.
Okay. One of the things I've seen about you is relax because you will lose weight. Don't try so hard. If you get bored and you say, the hell with it, then you know. But like she just said, watch what you eat. Don't stop eating what you're eating, but just watch what you're eating. Do you understand what I mean? Don't eat. Because my biggest problem is I eat at night when I shouldn't be.
Yeah.
Especially after I smoked a homemade cigarette, you know. Yeah, I've done good. It's been almost 2 weeks without one.
Really?
Yeah, because my friend got
Congratulations.
married. He's on a honeymoon, so I got to wait for him to get back.
Well, good for you, though.
Well, he didn't leave me anything, so
Well, you know, sorry,
That's
sorry
good.
to hear that.
But I also will tell you that your husband has a new career opportunity coming.
My husband does? Oh, interesting.
What's he do?
He's a firefighter and a paramedic and a scuba dive and rescue person. And
Well,
then,
then
he
he's
teaches
actually
too.
going to be getting a promotion.
Okay.
He deserves it, right?
Yeah, he's a hard worker.
Kick him in the butt if he doesn't apply for it.
I might. It
That's what your
depends.
dad's telling. That's what your father-in-law told me to tell you.
Okay.
Kick him in the, well, he's saying, and I'll say the butt. All right, kick him in the ass. There.
Okay.
And one of the things I also will tell you with you is you've got to spend a little bit more time with your dad.
Okay.
Okay. How old is he?
He is 79. He'll be 80
Okay.
later this year.
You've got to be around till he's at least 85. Okay. He is going to have early dementia. I hope I'm wrong.
Okay.
Does he drive?
Yes.
And I mean that in all sincerity, because my concern is when I'm doing it, I'm looking at him going down the highway, and my concern is him getting lost, so that you're going to have to go find him.
No signs of dementia yet, but we'll keep an eye on it.
Okay. And if he falls, believe me, he's going to deteriorate very quickly. Okay. You're going to be around till you're 102 years old.
102. Wow.
You're going to be around till you're close to that age as well.
Oh gosh, I hope
We
not.
can be roommates.
And we could be roommates. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Boy,
can't
you-
imagine
You get in
all
too.
the people that you know just going.
More and more
going,
people
you know,
are living longer.
Yeah.
Women are outliving the men. They're 99 years old. I always check their obituaries. My name's in there.
You know why I think that is? I think it's because we're doing more alternative
Right.
Yes.
health practices than ever before, and I think that because Chinese people live forever.
I
You
can
know what I
remember
mean?
one
And
time.
it's because
yeah.
Right.
they're holistic and
Indian.
they're organic.
People
and,
from India.
Yes. Yeah. Same thing.
40 years ago, I can remember my mother. She was my foster mother. I didn't know. She was to say to me, if mothers were like my foster mother, I have an amazing, incredible mother. Okay, as far as I'm concerned, she's a saint. Oh, you're welcome. And somebody called her and said that that I had died, and they put my name in the paper
That's awful.
That is
and a
cruel.
joke.
That's
My mother came
not a
down
joke.
from Springfield, New Hampshire, to Bradford, and into Franklin, and she ran into a pole and broke her leg. You know,
That
and I
is
was so upset. And somehow I found out who did it. The police had freedom of speech, so they do it. But somehow
No,
that
that's-
man's face got messed up.
That's not freedom of speech.
No, I didn't think
that's-
so either. That was
No,
like, you know,
that's
his face just fell
And
into.
wouldn't that be like slander or libel
Yeah.
or something
Yes,
at that
yeah.
But
point?
it created a problem for my mother, who was in her 80s to begin with.
Yeah.
right.
And
Harassment.
that's okay.
Yeah, at least.
But the guy just happened to fall into my fist, you know.
Yeah.
You know, and he hit the ground, you know. But it's still, I had to, and I still have a hard time forgiving this guy. I know I have to.
Yeah. Because forgiveness is for you, not
Yeah.
for him.
That's
Right.
what I
Has,
mean.
has nothing to do
So
with him.
I guess I do now by openly talking about it. That's like I had to go to my hometown where I grew up
Yeah.
and let go of all the resentment because I had to realize I couldn't blame the town because I lived on the wrong side of town. I didn't know I was poor. You know what I mean? I was happy the way I was, but then when people made fun, but then I started blaming the town for those things. And I had to realize I allowed it to happen. Even though we don't realize it as a child, we still have to realize that we're accountable for our actions. You know? Are you have any events coming up?
Any events? No, just yours.
Okay.
Other private stuff.
I now that I'm on the spot, I can't think of any of them. But yeah, no, I know I have some. July 22nd at the Lucky Dragon restaurant in Winchendon, Mass.
That's a good place.
Yes, it is.
They have awesome food here.
They do. And that place is near and dear to me. It was very close. My in-laws were very close with them. So I'm going to be doing a dinner with a medium kind of thing there. The buffet dinner, cash bar. It'll be fun. It'll be a nice night out. It's just a couple of hours. Just, 6 to 8, I think is what we're doing.
I'm meeting with my friend Elaine Saunders, who we got on there. We're going to be doing I think it's called a dating auction.
Bachelorette auction.
I'm going to be in the auctioneer.
Ah, well, that's going to be different.
I'm going
That's
to wear
fun.
my kilt and my hat. You know, no. But that's going to be.
But you're wearing the pink leotard
yeah, I
with the
probably will
purple
do
boa.
that. Yeah.
You know, we talked about this, Norm. You can't
Yeah,
change
that's
what
good. Okay. Yeah, but it's a woman's prerogative. So
Oh,
it's okay,
right.
yeah.
Whatever.
But I love doing restaurant ones.
Yeah.
When you go in there, but I refuse to do people
little
who have
more
been
light.
drinking.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I won't partake in it myself. I don't mix spirits with spirit.
No.
Right.
No.
That's what I call
But
it.
I wouldn't
But
even
if
let him
it's-
bring an alcohol into the room when I'm doing a reading on him.
Yeah.
Because I had a guy come in, bless his heart, a week ago. Saturday, a guy come in. I said, you have to leave your alcohol outside. I almost didn't read him because he was quite intoxicated. I don't usually, if they're intoxicated, I don't care if they have one or two.
Yeah.
But if they're intoxicating, I'm not going to read them.
I haven't run into people being intoxicated at the restaurant settings, but
Yeah.
definitely home parties. I've run into that before, and I mean, you can't. Yeah, it's very awkward.
It is. I had one lady who told me I would never go out with another man if I went out with her and all this other stuff. You sit over here, you go, and then I went upstairs. I said, come get her, take her home,
Yeah.
and you're still going to pay. You know, you guys, I'm not there to be, like that. And then she called me. She said, "You didn't read me." I said, "If you were sober, I would have." No, because you never know what's going to end up. You leave
Right.
yourself wide open. I don't care how well you ground yourself. I had one lady who hit me in the head with a shoe one time. So, because when you're
Oh, my
intoxicated,
goodness.
oh yeah, this is when I was young and started learning how to do all this stuff. You
I'm
have a
pretty
lot
sure
of-
that's assault.
Yeah. I have this one lady, she's my guardian angel now. Her name was Anita LeMay. Let me tell you, boy, does she tell me where to get off and what not to do, what I'm willing to do. I love her dearly. And if I don't listen to her, believe me, I get into big trouble. You
Yeah.
find out with your guys, too?
No, my husband and I have we have pretty even conversations, I mean, sometimes it gets elevated, but for the most part, it took us a long time to get to this
Yeah.
point,
No, I
but
mean,
we
your spiritual-
listen.
You ever listen to your spiritual guys ever let you know if you're not listening to them?
Oh yeah, all the time. All the time.
Sometimes
And
if you
it's
don't pay
it'll be
attention-
things like I'll walk in. I'll have a whole day where I'm walking into
Well,
things,
like you
or
wiping
things are
on the
falling
floor,
over,
yeah.
or the dog stuff, or they're not subtle.
No.
Yeah.
No, no.
I want to make sure you hear that.
Yeah.
I was studying my own following with a church following. I believe me, I was building up a huge, huge following. And it was almost like a cult. It was a cult.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, I got this smack in the head. I'm going, what is going on? Like a 2x4.
Yeah.
And it said to me, what are you doing? And I said, what do you mean? I dissolved that instantly. And then I wanted to one morning, I can remember I had enough, and I go 2 o'clock in the morning, and my spirit showed me where I would end up if I didn't continue what I'm doing.
Yeah.
And I didn't like that, And Lori, you doing anything? Do you have any?
I have 2 events coming up. Next Thursday, the 23rd, I am doing teaching the Aura class and doing a book signing, all combined together at Light Upon the Lotus in Merrimack. And then on the 25th, I am going to be at the Turn to the Stars event at the Yard, 10 to 4.
Love the Yard.
And
Their
I'm
steak and
doing,
cheese egg rolls.
planning my event. I don't do a lot of events. I'm going to be doing one in October.
Yep.
With October 16th, and I'm going to be doing my own event. But I don't do
Yours
a
is
lot
the
of-
only event I'm doing in the fall.
Yeah.
The only one. I'm going to be gone the whole fall.
Good for you.
So just only yours.
Where you going?
Yeah, I won't be doing
And so
anything
for
after
the month of
October.
September, I'm going to England and Ireland.
Yeah.
Have a great time.
Thank you.
Boy, are you going to get a spiritual awakening.
I know.
Like
I
you'll
know.
never believe.
Yeah. Well, I have family over there, so I'm going to go stay with them. But you're right. This is kind of like my Eat, Pray, Love month. Like that's why I'm going. And then in October, I'm going to Hawaii. And then in November, I'm going to Florida.
Better
Very
take
So it's
some-
going to be
there
busy.
you go. You better take some. Be prepared for some pretty rude awakenings.
Yeah. I'm open to whatever happens. I really connect with Ireland, and I mean that's where my mother's from anyways, but one of the people I channel is from Ireland, and it's just I feel like I'm going home when I go there,
Two of your spiritual guys own a bar in Ireland.
Oh, interesting.
Okay. Well, I want to thank you two for. Oh, by the way, what have you got going on?
Oh,
Yeah,
we already talked about it. All I have is really.
Oh,
private
okay. I'm
stuff
sorry.
to do.
Okay. And like I said, I got a lot of private parties, and I love doing private parties. I love doing phone readings. Okay. Well, I want to thank you two for coming on,
Thank you for having
and it
us.
was awesome. I plan on you two guys coming back, right? I'm going to see you October 22nd.
Yep.
At the where?
Harry
The
Potter.
Hoobah-
Unitarian Universalist Church.
That's it. The Hooba Day. That sounds better.
The UU Church on Union Street.
And we want to thank you folks for all coming in and watching it. Everybody, repeat after me. We're going to say, remember, you're the winner. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Remember,
Remember,
folks,
you're the
you're
winner.
the
You're the
winner.
winner.